Football is back in orange with the Chapman Panthers starting their season hosting the Hardin-Simmons Cowboys. Both teams haven't faced off since the turn of the century, and only time will tell who will start their season off with a win. It's the Panthers against the Cowboys coming up here on CSBN. Everything is bigger in Texas, but the stars don't shine any brighter than they do here in Southern California in the shadow of Los Angeles Orange, here at the home of the Chapman Panthers, Wilson Field, who will be facing off against the Hardin-Simmons Cowboys in both teams' home opener. Up here in the commentator's booth alongside Daniel Kaufman, my name is Lucas Pan, and what a game we have lined up, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel, talk to me. Both teams very good in their own respectives.
HSU, the number 6 team in the nation in D3 football. Chapman, they have a lot on their hands tonight. High-scoring offenses. This should be a fantastic matchup. I'm excited to watch it with you.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Daniel. A very exciting game. Both teams coming in with a lot of energy, as we saw over the summer. Both sides, both the Cowboys and Panthers, practicing a lot. But some of the key players that we're going to be taking a look at in this pre-show, starting off with the HSU Cowboys quarterback, the man, the myth, the legend, Kyle Brown, number 12 for this team. Daniel, we saw him last year really take off and settle into the quarterback positions, as we can see by the stats.
Well, yeah, he was named a team captain for this 2025 team. He took the starting job at quarterback in fall camp and has had a solid first season as a starter. In 10 regular season games, this team was undefeated with him throwing the football. 2,180 yards passing, 23 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions, and a fantastic game against Mary Hardin-Baylor. He threw for 307 yards and 4 touchdowns. He is a total team manager. He will be a key part for this HSU team.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Daniel. And you can't have a good team with only a quarterback. You need your receivers. And one of the star receivers for the Cowboys is going to be Chris Sims, number 7 for this HSU side. And if there's a target who the Chapman Panthers should be worried about, it's Sims.
Well, Sims, I expect him to be Kyle Brown's favorite target of this game. Another team captain, named first team All-ASC selection. He had 27 catches for 461 yards and 4 touchdowns. He ran it also for 6 times for 55 yards, including a 48-yard run against ETBU. And he also had this team's longest touchdown of their 2024 campaign, an 82-yarder against Mary Hardin-Baylor. He should be Kyle Brown's favorite target, as I mentioned earlier, so expect him to have a big game.
Yeah, no doubt, big game indeed. Starting to move over to the Chapman Panthers side of the field. Their star quarterback, Tyler Pacheco. If there's a man who can move the chains, it is Tyler Pacheco, number 6 for the Chapman Panthers.
Well, yeah, his first season as a QB1, he was QB2 2 seasons ago. But last year, in 2024, he was primarily a running back, but overall, he is just an athletic freak. On the ground, 380 yards for him, 7 touchdowns. He also was a receiver, caught 143 yards through the air, caught 2 touchdowns as well. So he expects him to not only be good through the air, but also on the ground as well for the Chapman Panthers.
Yeah, no doubt, Daniel. He is an absolute star player, and another star, especially in the receiver core, Cade Zimmerman for the Chapman Panthers, brother of Tate Zimmerman, another player on this team. We'll touch on that a little bit later, but Cade Zimmerman, Daniel, is an absolute phenom for this Chapman side.
The senior receiver, last year caught 372 yards, tied the team lead for receiving touchdowns with 5. He has big shoes to fill with Amir Adams graduating the team's top receiver last year. So with that hole open, expect him to be a favorite for Pacheco through the air. Expect him to have a big game. And if Chapman wants to win this game, they expect him to get the ball a lot.
Yeah, no doubt, Daniel. Kate Zimmerman, an absolute weapon. Last year, we saw him play very well alongside Amir Adams, another receiver who unfortunately transferred away to another school, but no doubt about that, I'm sure that Casey Shine, this is first year as head coach, will have some plans for them.
Well, yeah, Casey Shine, offensive coordinator, now interim head coach for Chapman, filling big holes of Bob Owens, who was here for 19 years, had over 100 career wins for Chapman. So we'll see how he does in his head coaching debut against HSU tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. Very exciting game coming up very soon, and we'll be right back after this short ad break. Don't go anywhere here on CSBN. And welcome back to Wilson Field. And like I was saying a bit before the break, both of these coaches with so much experience.
Well, yeah, head coach Jesse Burleson for HSU was actually their starting center the last time these two teams faced off in 1997 and 1998. Chapman losing both of those games, but it just shows the history of this franchise.
Yeah, no doubt. If there's a coach who knows the Chapman Panthers from HSU, well, it's going to be the head coach. But now with a little bit of a hit of information down there on the sideline, our very own Ainsley Savant. Ainsley, take it away.
Thank you so much, Daniel and Lucas. My name is Ainsley Savant, and I will be down here the entire game with all of the updates. And the energy down here is electric. But before this, I got the opportunity to speak with Jacob Gowdy with a little bit of an update on the preseason All-American. Take a look. Right, I am here with Jacob Gowdy, who was recently recognized by D3 Football for the preseason All-American. Congratulations, by the way. That's super exciting. So with this recognition, how do you feel like it reflects the hard work and that you and your teammates have put in for the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge honor to be recognized as preseason All-American, but I mean, like, there's a bunch of guys on this team that deserve that recognition as well, so I'm just excited to get out here today and just prove it to, you know, the rankers and everyone that we can compete with a nationally ranked team, and we're right there with them. So.
Of course. And do you have any big goals or expectations that you're personally setting for yourself for this season?
I mean, nothing like personal that I want to focus on like myself, but as a team, we're really focused on winning the Sky Championship game, of course, and then going nationally and becoming ranked. Like, we want to finish top 25. We want to go into the NCAA playoffs and win some games there, so that's a big goal for us, and we're excited here to take our first big step.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first. We're going to be hopefully ranking in the top 25 this year. So, all right, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So lots of big goals and expectations were set for tonight. We'll see if he can live them out on the field tonight, but it looks like the game is about to start. So I'm going to send it back up to you guys in the booth and see how it goes.
Hey, thank you so much, Ainsley Savant, for that hit. And I'm sure we'll hear a little bit more from you as the game continues on. But now, we are set to get underway, and it's the Chapman Panthers who will begin receiving.
I'm excited to see the Chapman Panthers start off on offense first. Excited to see how they're going to utilize Tyler Pacheco in the backfield there. Looking forward to this game, Lucas.
Yeah, no doubt, Daniel. A lot of questions coming into the season, apart from just a new head coach. But a lot of rotation, of course. The loss of Amir Adams, the star receiver for the Panthers last year, was a big loss. But the kickoff is made, and we'll get underway here in Orange, California for the home opener. Zabala is taken around 1, around 2, and he has some space at the 45-yard line, 50-yard line, and goes out of bounds at the 43-yard line. That's how you start a game, and Brandon Manzano with a huge return.
What a block by Chapman on that opening kick, getting all the way down to about the 40-yard line. That is how you start momentum in this game.
No doubt, Daniel. Last year we saw Brandon Manzano as the star kickoff return specialist with 444 yards, and there, just a demonstration of what he can do on special teams.
Yeah, and now the Chapman offense starting on the other side of the field, and look at this. Breaking away from those tackles as now Chapman offense ready to get underway.
1st and 10, Chapman. Pacheco, shotgun snap, hands it off to his running back, Huss Fisher, and he'll pick up a few. So a big question for these Chapman Panthers, of course, with the loss of Gio Ursino, the senior running back who was absolutely phenomenal last year. Number 5, Fisher Huss, and number 28, Andrew Latu, have been given the responsibility as the 2 halfbacks for this team, Daniel.
Well, Fisher Huss seems to be getting the start today. He was officially on the depth chart, is the starting running back, and he gets the first play on offense for Chapman.
Now we'll go 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap, Pacheco hands it off to Fisher Huss again, and he'll move forward, and just not enough to get the first down. Down at the 40-yard line.
So Chapman starting off with 2 runs. We'll see what they do here on 3rd down, but as expected, leaning heavy on that run game.
No doubt, the first 3rd down for the Chapman Panthers, and only 3 to go. Pacheco, shotgun snap. They'll check the sideline. Fisher Huss in the backfield for the Panthers. Hardin-Simmons playing a relatively high line. Only 2 safeties in the backfield for them. Pacheco, he'll run with it, and he gets enough to pick up the first down. And that's the type of play that we're going to see from Pacheco all night long.
Well, we were talking about it in pregame. He's an athlete, expecting to run on the ground even though he is listed as a quarterback. And we saw it there on 3rd down, leaning on Pacheco's running ability, and he comes through for the Chapman Panthers.
Yeah, no doubt. Last year, not too many throws for him, but a lot of rushes. And he'll play with that in this season. 1st and 10. Motions his receiver. Pacheco lobs it up to his receiver, and just a bit too much on that one. Jason Bruce not able to pull that one down.
Well, Pacheco had him. He was wide open and just a little bit over his head, and it goes through his fingers. And I think Pacheco's going to wish he had that one back, but we'll see what they do here on 2nd and 10.
Yeah, no doubt. The intended receiver was Jason Bruce. He had 2 touchdowns last year, not the most involvement. 25 career touchdowns, but he is a kickoff specialist. As we'll see the ball back, 2nd and 10. Fisher Huss with a run, but just gets met towards the line of scrimmage. A small gain there of a couple.
Just trying to eat away at those yardage now, approaching the 30-yard line. So see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long, so we'll see if they're going to lean on the run game again, or if they're going to try to pass it.
Brendan Manzano, the receiver, coming back in. Jason Bruce out there as well. And Cade Zimmerman lined up on the near side. 2 safeties in the backfield. They motion Manzano. Pacheco fakes the handoff, play action to Manzano. He gets around 1, around 2, and just gets knocked out of bounds. Broke 1 tackle, but they caught him up quickly.
Well, HSU not falling for the play action right there. Only able to pick up a few yards, and now on 4th down, it looks like the Panthers are staying out there.
They'll be checking the sideline, but Pacheco's staying out there. This their first big play, 4th and 4.
We'll see if HSU sends a blitz here on 4th down.
3-3 formation for the Cowboys. Shotgun snap, Pacheco drops back, sends the ball all the way up, and he's knocked down. They won't call PI, and that'll be the first turnover of the game.
Well, you know, Zimmerman on that play was looking for the flag when he got up, but nothing from the referees. It'll be a turnover on downs for Chapman, and you saw HSU send the blitz, and you see the contact there. I guess the refs thought it was pretty equal on both sides, but you saw HSU send the blitz, and now they'll take over on offense.
Yeah, no doubt. That a familiar sight for the Panthers, going for it in their first offensive drive, but now it's Kyle Brown and his side to go for it. 1st and 10, Brown hands it off to Garcia, the star running back, and he'll pick up a few. So Noah Garcia, their running back, preseason player of the year in the ASC, named first team All-South by Division III football last year.
And he's a guy that we did not talk much about in pregame, but he is an absolute stud for HSU. Picked up basically 800 yards last year, had 12 rushing touchdowns. Expect him to also have a big game as well.
Yeah, no doubt. 2nd and 8. Brown tries to find his receiver, but not able to. Another dangerous look. It was Chris Sims, the player we highlighted in the game. Dozie Ifiati, excuse me, the intended receiver, but just not able to get his first reception of the game. And now 3rd and long for the Panthers. We'll see if Ifiati on that one just fumble it. Excuse me, it was Sims. But still, no doubt, great defense from Miles Grossman. 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, Brown. Pocket collapsing, goes for the long one and brings it in for a big 1st down. And what a catch. We could feel that one coming up here. Chris Sims now.
And we highlighted him pregame. What a way to start this one. Coming back to the pass. Great job by HSU to get the 1st down.
And now they'll move the chains quickly. 1st and 10. Sims hands it off to Garcia. Breaks a tackle, but just gets met by the Chapman linebackers.
Hand off to number 3, Noah Garcia, for a short gain.
Short gain on that one. So this Chapman defense, we have to talk about them, especially star man Jacob Gowdy.
Yeah, well, he led the team in interceptions with 4 last year. He should be an absolute key part of this secondary.
Garcia with the run, tries to find the gap around 1, but gets swallowed by the defense, and very well done from Jacob Gowdy right there.
Yeah, we were just talking about him. There he is, getting the stop on 2nd down, bringing up a big 3rd down here from HSU, especially in what I like to call no man's land, where it's not necessarily field goal range, but it's also not necessarily a punt situation either. So we'll see what they do if they aren't able to pick it up. This is a big 3rd down here.
Yeah, no doubt. 3rd and 5. Has Garcia to his left, Kyle Brown. Shotgun snap. Finds his target, and he'll pick up the 1st down on that one. Christian Marshall, the tight end, able to pick that one up and move the chains for a 1st down.
He's a big 6'3", 225-pound target for Kyle Brown, and you see here on the replay, left him out in the flats. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
When tackling someone that big, it's always difficult, especially for the secondary to get under him. 1st and 10, Brown hands it off to Garcia, who gets swallowed at the line again. Another big play from this Chapman defense. Kyle Sieben, he will be the leader for this pass rush and just swallowing up the run game on that one.
An interesting formation there by HSU, doing a toss forward. Not sure if that'll count as a pass in the stat book, but Chapman defense all over that one, not falling for any tricks.
Now 2nd and 12, loss of yards on that first one. Brown will play it out to Sims, who just fumbles it. They'll deem it incomplete. Chris Sims just not able to hold on to that one, and there he is again, Jacob Gowdy.
And Sims on that play, even if he caught it, I don't think he would have gotten much further than where they would have been if he just dropped it. Chapman had 3 defenders all over him, so now 3rd down again. You see on the replay, they're all right there. So we'll see what they do on 3rd down.
Yeah, that's a great rep by Jacob Gowdy. I'm sure he's been in the film room paying attention, but now 3rd and 12 at the 46-yard line. Kyle Brown, pocket collapsing, tries to rush around. He has a lane in front of him. Fakes the pass, goes for it out of bounds. Gets hit by Grossman, but they won't throw a flag, and now 4th down.
And Kyle Brown, we didn't really talk about his rushing ability pregame. We really talked about him as just a field general, really good but in the pocket. But he's able to get on the ground there, pick up some yards, and now it's 4th down, and they're going to stay out there.
Yeah, no doubt. Great rep from Miles Grossman on that one, but it appears they'll stay out there, as we see here on the replay. Brown just pump faked it, and then Grossman knocked him out of bounds. And now 4th and 6th. Henry to his right, shotgun snap to Brown. Around 1, has some space, lobs it up to his receiver and can't get there. And the first stop for the Chapman Panthers, and of course, again, it's Jacob Gowdy.
What a first drive on defense from Jacob Gowdy. Able to put him away, cause a turnover on downs, this time for HSU, and you see there, underthrows his receiver, and Jacob Gowdy's all over it.
Jacob Gowdy seems to be appearing to be the boogeyman on defense for HSU, stopping everything that they've thrown at him. And now it'll be the 2nd offensive drive for the Chapman Panthers. Another opportunity to show what they got. Only 1 receiver out there for the Panthers. Pacheco, shotgun snap. Hands it off to his running back, who just gets swallowed at the line. And that a recurring theme that we might see throughout the night, Daniel. This D-line for the Cowboys, they're physical.
Yeah, well, this D-line averages 253.3 pounds of just pure force there on that D-line. So we'll see how this running game for Chapman is able to come across.
It'll be back to Pacheco. Motions his receiver, Zimmerman. Pacheco fakes the handoff, play action. Rolling out to his right, still has it. Goes deep, receiver by himself, but just overthrew it. A great lineup and tried to find Jason Bruce, who was all alone, but just underthrew that one a little bit.
And that's the 2nd time this game he's been left wide open, and Pacheco just hasn't been able to get him the ball. HSU in zone defense, he was able to just sneak right by and get past the entire defense, and now it's 3rd down after the incompletion.
Zimmerman as wide out. Pacheco will check sideline. Andrew Latu now in the backfield for the Panthers, giving Fisher-Huss a break. The power back for this team, 5'11", 205 pounds. A long 39 for them, and they'll do the power. Around 1, around 2, and gets drilled at the line. No gain on that one. And what a play from Harrison Foster, one of the team captains. 4 and 5 now, and they'll bring out the punt team for the first kick of the game, and it's Carson Nichols.
Well, Chapman, it worked on their last drive, the QB power play. But this time, only able to pick up a few yards, and now it's 4th down. They'll have to punt it away.
Carson Nichols with the punt from around the 22-yard line, and he sends that one off well. And they'll let it bounce. Bounces inside the 20. And they'll mark it down at the 15, so a good punt from Carson Nichols. Didn't see too much of the field last year at kicker due to Jack Hudson, but now he's in charge of all special teams.
Great job to pin him back. They're going to have a long 85-yard drive ahead of them to score.
Yeah, no doubt. As we switch back over to this HSU offense. Kyle Brown, a bit of shakiness from him in throwing earlier in this game, but now he'll have another opportunity to get it underway. Kyle Brown, this is second-year lettering. Threw for 23 touchdowns, and he'll be looking to get one on this drive. Garcia in the backfield picks it up, and Garcia will run around one, around two with the stiff arm and still going with it. Picks up the first down around one and fakes him out of bounds. Noah Garcia just stops and lets Gowdy go in front of him. A lot like that Lamar Davis clip from a few years ago that we saw, Daniel. Noah Garcia shifty as ever.
And you see right here, just able to get around the defenders, tries to juke him out of bounds, and he steps out. But last year he averaged 5.6 yards per carry, and you see it there, able to pick up a lot of yards on the ground.
1st and 10. Brown hands it back off, and we'll see this offense a lot. Sneaks around one, around two, still going with it, picks up another first, and Noah Garcia, 2 runs, 2 first downs.
And he's shifty on his feet, able to make moves, avoid tacklers. He's just the exact running back that this HSU team needs, and he's looking absolutely fantastic here on their second drive.
No doubt when you have a running back room with Noah Garcia and ASC Freshman of the Year, Braylon Henry, it's always dangerous when they hand him off. Kyle Brown with it, high pressure, and just overthrew that one a bit, but some great pressure from the Chapman defense on that one. Chris Sims not able to get the reception on that one, and we saw them go flying in on that one. Andrew Buck, the linebacker, redshirted at Eastern Michigan in 2022. He was a first-team All-Conference in 2022. An academic All-SCIAC, so well-rounded linebacker as they'll line up for the 2nd and 10. Hands it back off to Garcia and gets swallowed at the line, and it comes out! And the Chapman Panthers will recover the fumble. Wade Smith, the safety, comes up with the hit. Able to recover that one. It was Kyle Sieben, of course, the star man for this Chapman rush, who knocks the ball out of bounds. And Wade Smith picking that one up for the first turnover of the game.
And Noah Garcia, he was looking really good there on that second drive for HSU, and he just coughs it up. As you said, it was Kyle Sieben, the senior, 6'2", 225 pounds, just knocks it out. Wade Smith falls on it, and now Chapman gets the ball about midfield.
Sends Bruce in motion, hands it off to Jason Bruce, around one, still going. Tidy little pickup from Jason Bruce on that one.
And that's Jason Bruce's 3rd look today. And we're early in this one, so he's definitely a big part of their game plan.
It'll be 2nd down, still with it. Here comes the trick play. Has Zimmerman around one, Pacheco. Pressure coming in, Pacheco running for it. He'll just get hit behind the line of scrimmage. And good coverage from the Cowboys to read the trick play.
Well, Casey Shine getting creative there on offense. We mentioned that Tyler Pacheco, he's very athletic. They have him line up at receiver, flea flicker him back for the pass, and you see the little lateral there. Not able to see anybody, but able to take off and pick up a few yards on the trick play. So really just creative stuff there by Casey Shine calling that here, especially early on. Love to see it.
Yeah, no doubt. Just didn't have a look on that one, was forced to take it himself. And now a long 3rd and 7. Pacheco with it. Around one, around two, tries to jump it. Excellently tipped, and it'll be incomplete. Well broken up, you will see it right here. Excellently done.
That looked like it was going to be a design screenplay with the amount of defenders that was around Tyler Pacheco on that one. And they just batted away, able to avoid a sack, but at the end of the day, it's still 4th down.
No doubt. Carson Nichols will come out for a 2nd punt of the game. There'll be a false start on that one.
Now that might actually help out Chapman. Punting pretty early.
Offense, number 15, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Ty Thompson just going a little bit too quick on that one, but it'll remain fourth, and Nichols will hold the punt.
Well, it gives Chapman a little bit of, it gives him 5 extra yards to punt it, hopefully able to pin him back further, hopefully avoiding a touchback.
And here we go. Nichols with a big punt. They'll pin him around the 13-yard line inside the 20, so that's already 2 punts for Nichols that have been placed inside the 20.
Yeah, great game for him so far. I know obviously Chapman wishes he didn't have to see the field, especially twice this early on. But when he has seen the field, he's able to push HSU back and force long drives on them, which so far have ended in 0 points. So Chapman, their defense looking pretty good early. We'll see how Noah Garcia is able to come back, though, on this drive after coughing up the football.
Yeah, no doubt, Daniel. A big loss in Alex Tariquez last year, graduating the star linebacker who led with 77 tackles. Kyle Brown with it, tries to find the screen. It's dropped and tipped by the defense, but very well done nonetheless.
Number 59 of the defense, of the offense, must go out for 1 play as a female.
As we'll see on the replay.
So design screen there, looking for Noah Garcia, and that was nearly picked off by Nick Ramos, the junior. So we'll see what they do on 2nd down after the failed screen attempt.
Pacheco standing at the 7-yard line. Has Garcia to his left. Goes around 1, around 2, and now he's running with it. He's dropped just before the 1st-yard line. Excellently done by Kyle Brown. A bit of a mismatch for him running the ball, but no doubt it'll be 3rd and 1.
Well, it's been an excellent job by Kyle Brown. When he doesn't have options just to tuck it and run, now it's 3rd and 1.
No doubt. They'll give it off to Garcia, who stiff arms in 1, picks up the 1st down, and excellently done from Kyle Brown to just stiff arm his way in for the 1st down.
And Noah Garcia, he's a freshman product. 183 pounds, 5'10". Look at the way he's able to just shove a guy off right there. Excellent run by him, and picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, not too much Kubicek could have done on that one with the strength of Noah Garcia, a coveted running back in this room, the senior from Abilene, a local to Hardin-Simmons. Play action. Kyle Brown goes for deep by himself and makes the catch. Chris Sims at the 20, at the 10, touchdown Cowboys. It's the star man, Chris Sims, who gets the first 6 for the Cowboys on the night.
And look at the way this deep ball right here. Chris Sims wide open. Chapman just seemed to forget about him, running past the defense. Gets the first touchdown of the game. Extra point team's now out. What a play there by HSU.
And that's the type of football that the Cowboys are going to want to bring, playing away from home in their home opener. The kick will be up, and it will be good. So Cowboys with the first score of the game, currently with only 1 minute and 56 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Cowboys 7, Panthers 0. And if you're Coach Shine, Daniel, you've had a few looks in this first quarter of action, but just haven't been able to really lean on those looks. Of course, we saw a few good runs from Pacheco. But who does this Chapman side need to find more if they're going to want to crawl their way back into this game?
Well, you know who's been looking really good in this game so far for Chapman? Number 18, Jason Bruce. 3 looks for him so far. He's been wide open, and Pacheco just hasn't been able to get on the ball. I think we were looking at a completely different ball game if they're able to complete that deep pass like we just saw HSU do themselves. So we'll see if they're able to complete those long balls on this drive for Chapman.
Yeah, no doubt. Here comes the kickoff. It'll be pinned back to around the 4-yard line. It'll bounce out of bounds. So they tried to pin him back, but Manzano just letting that one go out of bounds. Smart play from the returner.
Yeah, high IQ football right there. They'll get the ball around the 40-yard line, and we'll see how much you're able to move it.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Ball placed on the 35-yard line. First down.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a missed kick on that one. You never want to kick it out of bounds and give the team possession. And now it'll be an opportunity for the Panthers to get something built on this offense. Quarterback Pacheco has seemed a little bit shaky on the throw recently. On the run, he's been great. We know that he's a gadget quarterback. But now another opportunity for him to start something. 3 in the backfield for Pacheco. Latu, Huss, and it appears to be Manzano. Shotgun snap, Pacheco hands it off around 1 and 2, but he'll just get knocked down around the 40-yard line. Latu on that one. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Panthers. We've seen a lot of running games so far, a few trick plays, but not too much of Pacheco just dropping back in the pocket and finding a receiver. They'll line up with 3 in the backfield again. This time trick play from Pacheco. He'll keep it himself, tries to go around 1, but just gets met at the line of scrimmage.
That looked like a little miscommunication there in the backfield. Pacheco looking to hand it off, and there's nobody there. He had to go on and take it himself. So now it'll be 3rd down, only picking up 1 yard.
Yeah, Caden Roden picking up that one. The team captain on this defense was preseason All-American and ASC Defensive Player of the Year last year. So we know that this defense for HSU knows how to lock out teams. And now it'll be 3rd and 4. Pacheco, play action, goes around 1, gets tackled and swallowed up and pushed far back. And what a defensive play. Micah Henderson, the sophomore from Waco, Texas.
And Henderson, look at this, he's just all over this one. Pacheco has nowhere to go, and he has reinforcements. What is that, 5 or 6 HSU players on top of Pacheco there, bringing up 4th down. Looks like the offense is staying out there.
It appears that they are staying out there. 5 receivers lined up for them. Coach Burleson will call the timeout, and a smart one with only 3 seconds remaining in this first quarter of action. Daniel, we saw that early touchdown from Hardin-Simmons to Chris Sims, which was excellent, no covering him. But apart from that, this Chapman defense has been holding out relatively well.
Yeah, well, they were able to force the fumble there from Noah Garcia on their 2nd drive. So able to cause a turnover early. They just lost Chris Sims on that one play, and Kyle Brown, if you leave Chris Sims wide open, Kyle Brown isn't going to miss him. And that is what really is the difference between these 2 teams, HSU and Chapman.
Yeah, no doubt. Kyle Brown, this is 2nd year at the helm as quarterback for Coach Burleson. And the big thing we've seen so far has been this O-line, this offensive line. For HSU, they've been excellent so far, giving Kyle Brown some space. And now it'll be 4 and 3rd. Here comes the snap, fakes the punt. And it'll be knocked down at the 1-yard line, but just bounces inbounds. So a bit of a trick play. It appeared to be Tate Zimmerman on the punt. Try to catch him out, but there's a flag on the field on the far side by the HSU sideline.
Sideline warning. Hardin-Simmons. They're first. This is the end of the first quarter.
Whoa. An early warning for the HSU sidelines. They do have the lead, but playing away from home. Coach Burleson with a few questions, I'm sure, on that one.
Well, HSU, they're pumped. got an early touchdown. Got a little excited coming onto the field. Got to push him back. Got to make sure that you aren't coming into the field of play when you're sitting there on the sideline.
Yeah, no doubt. You can't blame them for being excited. Last year they dominated the ASC, but just weren't able to break into the playoffs. Mary Hardin-Baylor stopped their momentum.
And what's interesting about Mary Hardin-Baylor, they're HSU's biggest rival. They played them twice in the regular season. Went undefeated against them, and then one game against them in the postseason, and that was all HSU had. They lost it 17-13, but now they're back since that game here at Wilson Field.
Yeah, no doubt. It'll be Kyle Brown to get the second quarter underway. Tate Zimmerman will lead this defense out there. They'll send their receiver in motion to the right. Garcia in the backfield for Brown. Shotgun snap. Pocket collapsing, rolls out to the left. Has Sims, elects to find his tight end with some space and gets drilled out of bounds by Gowdy. Christian Marshall, that is second reception of this first half, but Gowdy all over him.
You see him just wide open in the middle of the field, able to take it for a few extra yards, and Gowdy, once again, we've been saying his name all game. He's all over that tackle.
It'll be 1st and 10. Kyle Brown has two receivers to the right, hands it off to Garcia. Elects to go outside, jumps the player and picks up a few. Goes above Devin Cobb on that one, and he'll pick up 2.
You see Garcia moving out right. No blockers in front of him, can't do much, but he's still shifty on his feet, trying to get around guys. Only picks up a few yards.
Kyle Sieben helping out Devin Cobb on the tackle on that one. It's been the Gowdy and Sieben show on defense for these Panthers so far. 2nd and 7, shotgun snap. Screen play out to his receiver, around 1, just gets swallowed up by the Chapman defense, and it's Gowdy again. Wes Douglas tried to pick something up, the slot receiver, but Jacob Gowdy able to subdue it again.
That was a designed play, and they only had one blocker, who was Chris Sims, in front of him, so Chapman just went right by him. And now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, no doubt. That the 3rd tackle for Gowdy tonight. Third down for the Cowboys to make something happen. 3rd and around 6. Kyle Brown, he'll go deep. And Cobb picks it off. It'll be incomplete. Almost Sawyer Hughes on that one. The 6'1" junior almost gets that one off, but excellent rep.
He's able to just cut off the route, almost picking it off. He should have had that one, but instead HSU gets pretty lucky. They'll punt it away. What a play there by the Chapman defense.
Yeah, so far the Cowboys have been running with momentum on offense, but now the Chapman Panthers will be returning the punt. Almost gets blocked, hits the kicker, but no foul. He'll call it safe. Manzano. And it could have been a flag on that one. Hit the kicker as he released the punt, but no flag, and the Chapman Panthers will start.
Well, on this drive, I'm excited to see what Kyle Brown's able to do. So far, he's been using his feet more than I was expecting him to. It'd actually be Tyler Pacheco. I'm getting my teams confused. Tyler Pacheco, we'll see how he's able to run on the ground on this drive. HSU has a great defensive line here.
Yeah, no doubt. 1st and 10 for Pacheco. Snaps it off, play action. Plays it out to the right side. His receiver around 1-2 just gets swallowed up. Cade Zimmerman. Flag on the play. We'll see what it was. It appeared to be a play action. We saw some roughness.
Block in the back. Offense, number 27, 10-yard penalty, second down.
Brendan Manzano just being a little bit too rough on that one. A senior from Garden Grove, California. We'll see it here on the replay.
It was a design play for Zimmerman, and right there gets him on the block in the back. The defenders went too up high on the field and was able to allow HSU to get back there and get the tackle, and they resorted to an illegal block in the back, and now they'll push him back even further.
Yeah, 1st and 20 for the Chapman Panthers. Pacheco standing at his 7-yard line. Needs to be careful here to not get knocked back. Pacheco running with it around 1, gets picked up around 2, and he'll land at the 19-yard line, so a good pickup on 1st down.
Well, he's been good on his feet so far today. You're expecting it out of him. He's just a very athletic player. Had the option to potentially throw it to his tight end on that play. He decided to take off and run it and was able to pick up about 6 yards.
Yeah, no doubt. Pacheco with 14 rushing yards already. 20 rushing yard. It appears there's a player slow to get up. You never want to see that early on the game. But let's talk me through it, Daniel. Both coaches have been really matching up with each other. Still a very close game. Hardin-Simmons only leading by 7.
Well, I'm sure that Chapman wants to start getting this pass game going here on this drive, because that's right tackle Zach Miller who's able to get up. His arm's a little bit injured there. The trainers will check up on him. But we'll see if Pacheco's able to get the pass game going here on 2nd and 14. They got a lot of yards to pick up.
Unfortunate injury early in the game. Zach Miller, a transfer from Washington State. It'll be 2nd and 14. Pacheco running with it. Has a block, stiff-armed around 1 and will fall out of bounds. Pacheco with the short carry on that one, able to stiff-arm his way into some space. But that'll bring up the 3rd down for the Panthers, and they're pretty deep back.
You can see here Pacheco pretty physical there, trying to get past the HSU defenders. They're able to wrap him up, and now it's going to be 3rd and 9. I almost think that Casey Shine has to call a pass play on this one. Pretty deep back in their own territory, and a lot of yards to pick up.
2 in the backfield for the Chapman Panthers. Fisher Husson, Andrew Latu. He has 2 receivers to his left, and Zimmerman to his right. Drops back into space, runs with it, around 1, around 2, gets the block. Pacheco will just go out of bounds. No options on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And you can see Pacheco there looking through his reads, not seeing anybody, and just relying on his feet once again. That was Patek on the tackle for HSU. Now bring up 4th down.
Yeah, the sophomore picked up the tackle on that one, and now they'll bring up another punt. And here it comes, almost gets blocked, but they'll pin him back. Lands around the 25-yard line, he'll return it. Around 1, gets knocked down around the 37-yard line. Multiple flags on the field. We'll go down to hear what they were for.
During the return, holding, return team, number 42. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, 1st down.
Yeah, and a bit too much physicality on that return team. Of course, special teams are the plays that decide games sometimes, Daniel, and you'll see it here on the replay.
Yeah, right there. Hit him illegally. And this Chapman special teams, even though it was via penalty, has done a great job of pinning HSU back, starting out their 20-yard line. See what Kyle Brown's able to do. He's had a pretty good game so far. The Chris Sims connection has been working for them. They're going to try to get that back up here on this drive.
Yeah, no doubt. Here we'll go. Kyle Brown has 3 to his left. Around 1 and picks up the sack, and it's fumbled. And Kyle Brown getting blindsided on that one. No one appeared to pick him up. And the Chapman will recover the fumble in the final 20 yards. And this is an opportunity for the Panthers to get 7 on the board.
And now Chapman in great field position inside the 20-yard line, starting at about the 10. They're looking to score a touchdown. And Kyle Brown, you see who it is, our favorite, Jacob Gowdy, on the sack. Kyle Brown looking for Chris Sims on the outside there. He didn't see Gowdy at all, gets hit hard, loses the football. And now Chapman and Tyler Pacheco has an opportunity. 1st and goal now at the 10-yard line.
Inside the red zone for the Panthers, and this a big opportunity to put 7 on the board. Pacheco hands it off to his running back, Fisher Haas. He'll pick up a few and lands around the 8-yard line.
Good little gain by Fisher Haas, just pushing forward towards the goal line. And I have to assume that they're going to try to go on that run game again, Lucas.
Yeah, no doubt. Coach Casey Shine, the head coach, former offensive coordinator for the Chapman Panthers. Joined in 2012. Shotgun snap, hands it back off to Fisher Huss around 1. Just gets swallowed up and he'll crawl up for a few yards. Fisher Huss on the carry on that one. A bit slow to get up, but able to shake it
44
off.
of the defense must go out for one play as his helmet came off.
Yeah, Hayden Hayes, the senior, needs to come off. 2nd team All-ASC last time. His helmet just popping off on that one, and now a 3rd and 5 for the Panthers. This, arguably the best opportunity that the Panthers have had so far.
And look at the 3 receivers stacked on the top side of the field there.
Bunch formation to the left. Pacheco shotgun snap. Goes for Manzano, picks it up, and touchdown Panthers! Manzano with the first touchdown of the season for the Panthers, and you could feel that coming, couldn't you, Daniel?
Absolutely. See a little zig route right there, picks it up right over the middle of the field and catches the touchdown, and now the extra point out to tie it up. Absolutely crucial that Chapman was able to capitalize on the forced fumble there, and all this is thanks to Jacob Gowdy, the safety on defense.
And now Nichols, extra point up and good, so the Chapman Panthers will tie it all up in the 2nd quarter. It started with a forced fumble from Jacob Gowdy, and then Pacheco found Manzano in the end zone for 7. This, a lot closer of a game than some might have anticipated coming in.
Well, we were looking at HSU's 42 points a game in their 2024 season, and look at this Chapman defense. Nobody was expecting them to wrap them up as well as they have, and that defense now is responsible for Chapman's first touchdown. Their drive started at the 10-yard line, and Jacob Gowdy, what a game he's had so far.
Jacob Gowdy so far has been stellar on defense. Got the turnover that led Pacheco to throw it to Manzano. And now it'll be Carson Nichols to kick it off to get the game back underway. All tied up at 7 with 9 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in this 2nd quarter. He'll kick it off. Lands it around the 8-yard line. Noah Garcia, a dangerous returner, has a lane to the near side. Around 1, around 2. Here comes Carson Nichols around him. Nichols still running, Garcia on his feet, put a flag on the field. Excellent run from Garcia, but a flag thrown. We'll go down to see what it was.
Holding, return team, number 16. 10 yards from the spot of the foul, 1st down.
And that is not what HSU was looking for on that, obviously, as Noah Garcia able to get a blocking lane, able to take off. See right here, look at the blocks he has, the lane he has, the hold right there. And that's going to bring him back to about the 35-yard line. Still excellent field position, though, for HSU.
Yeah, no doubt. It was a great run from Garcia, but just gets pulled back 10 yards from the hold. Now it'll be first down, Hardin-Simmons. Brown hands it off to Garcia. Around 1, gets swallowed up, and that'll be a gain of a few. No, Garcia so far has been excellent both on returns and rushes. No, Garcia, that 47th yard gain in 9 attempts in this game so far. The Chapman Panthers have contained him relatively well. Still no touchdowns.
Yeah, we had a couple good drives. He gets the ball again.
Garcia around 1, fakes him out to the right, but Gowdy's able to clip him. Good run, and he'll pick up another first down.
There's Jacob Gowdy again. His 4th tackle today, and he's just been having one heck of a game on defense. HSU doesn't know what to do with him.
Yeah, Jacob Gowdy's been flying so far. Had that sack that caused the turnover. Now it'll be Kyle Brown, shotgun snap. Hands it back off to Henry. Gets swallowed up at the line, and not too much the sophomore could do. Last year, ASC Freshman of the Year ran for 602 yards and had 9 touchdowns. Last year as a freshman, very successful. Son of John Henry, former Baylor running back, who had 17 touchdowns for the Bears. So I'm sure he'll be watching at home with pride as his son is able to play away from home and pick up some yards, which leads to 2nd and down. Shotgun snap to Brown. Hands it back off to Henry. Around 1, around 2. Is able to pick up a few. That'll leave it to 2nd and medium.
Number 57 of the defense must leave for 1 play as his helmet came off.
And last year, you saw Henry and Garcia. They were kind of a 1-2 punch there in the backfield. Garcia taking the majority of the handoffs, but Henry, he had a very good year himself. They're a little bit of a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Daniel. Only 1 receiver lined up. Sims goes in motion. Kyle Brown keeps it. He'll dive forward, and do they have it? Referees coming in. It looks like that it'll be a first down. They mark it, and they get it. Kyle Brown with the rush to the first down.
And that was Ty Thompson there on the run. Freshman quarterback getting his first snap of the game as Kyle Brown came out on that one. And you wanted to use him to design run it.
Caught everyone off guard on that one, including myself up here in the commentator's booth. Ty Thompson with the run. Here he goes, Garcia. Gets swallowed up at the line in a huge rep. And what a tackle. Noah Garcia take a bow. Absolutely levels. Is able to bring him down for a tackle for loss. And what a rep as well. Now it'll be 2nd and 11. Losing 1 yard on that tackle for loss against Garcia. Aiden Yates on the tackle. Shotgun snap, Brown. Pocket collapsing, goes for the pass. It's almost picked off again, but Sims held on to that one for the first down. Excellent coverage by Nick Nino, the sophomore defensive back, but Sims able to pick it up for a first.
And that was a great contested pass there. Almost got his hand on it. See right there, but he's able to come away with it and catch it.
Missed opportunity as they'll pick up a few on the first. Noah Garcia picks up another first down on the run.
It's a game of inches. Just barely picked it up by the nose of the football and picks up another first down. He's had himself a pretty good game. 57 yards picked up so far for Garcia.
And here we go. Brown hands it off to Henry. Around one, around two, has some space and is brought down. And now they've been settling into this tackle game. Kyle Sieben assisted on the tackle on that one. But now they're starting to establish the run game, and they're moving quick. 2nd and 1. Keep it himself. Garcia around one, around two, and gets dragged to the ground. No gain on that one. Tate Zimmerman.
Great job by Zimmerman to wrap up Garcia. He was starting to get hot here at this part of the field. Picking up a couple first downs, a good couple of carries for him. But Zimmerman shutting him right down. He wants no part of that.
Yeah, no doubt. Zimmerman having a quiet game so far, but last year he led sacks with 6.5 and tackles for loss with 13. And now it'll be 3rd and 1. We'll see what they do.
Timeout. Chapman, their first of the half.
Coach Shine calling the first timeout with 3 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the game. And it's still tied up at 7 here at Wilson Field. And if you're Coach Shine, how do you approach this? Not too much time left on the clock, Daniel. Of course, he is the offensive coordinator, but his defense out there on the field.
Well, yeah, Jacob Gowdy has been this man on defense so far. He's had himself a spectacular game. So I think that they're going to try to lean on him to make a big play. And now focusing on this 3rd and 1 for him. We'll see what they do. I would like to take the guess. I'll make my Tony Romo play prediction right here. I'm going to assume Noah Garcia is going to get the rock here. He's been running it well all game. He's been running it well on this drive. Only need one lousy yard to pick up a first, so we'll see how they're able to do it. I think it's going to be Noah Garcia.
No doubt as the teams get set, get this 3rd and 1 underway. And I think that's an accurate prediction for you to say, Daniel.
Well, actually, they're bringing out Ty Thompson again, the backup quarterback. We saw him pick up a first down earlier on this drive. They're going to lean on him again here.
No doubt the Chapman defense. Sims goes in motion, fakes the handoff, keeps it. Ty Thompson, and he'll pick up the first down. Excellently done from the freshman.
And that's the second time this drive we've seen Ty Thompson run it directly from the QB position, coming in for Kyle Brown. And they pick up the first down. Now starting to enter the red zone.
Yeah, no doubt. Ty Thompson, a true freshman quarterback. He's been absolutely phenomenal. It'll be back to Brown. Picks it up. Here comes the fake. Around one, but gets drilled for a loss. Great awareness from the Chapman defense on that one. And a huge tackle from Tyler Hill, the senior. David Serrano, excuse me.
And that was Wes Douglas there on the carry, not able to pick up anything.
It'll be 2 and 11 after the 1 yard loss. Here comes Kyle Brown. Play action, goes deep to Sims. Can he get it again? Catches it! Out of bounds. Incomplete pass, and almost another one for Sims.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
They'll go into the 2-minute timeout after a bit of a scare. Sims just wasn't able to keep the feet in bound on that one.
What a play by Chris Sims. Even though it's out of bounds, you see him able to beat the DB. And look at this catch right here. This kind of mosses him a little bit, but the DB's able to push him out of bounds. But what a catch. If he was able to keep that foot in just inches away from a touchdown. But a great job. That was Caleb Padrid pushing him out of bounds. And now forces a 3rd and long. We'll see what HSU wants to do.
Yeah, no doubt. Caleb Padrid just knowing that Sims had gotten the better of him, and great patience as well from Madrid to just wait for him to catch the ball to push him out of bounds.
And that is a really risky play there by Madrid, because if he makes contact too early, that's a defensive PI, and HSU is pushed up 15 more yards. So really great job timing it well, able to push him out of bounds when he needed to. Just a great play overall.
Yeah, no doubt, Daniel. Great play overall from the Chapman defense, and they've been holding it relatively steady in this game. Of course, HSU typically averaging 42.1 points per game, and only 7 so far in this first half. And listen to that Chapman crowd. 3rd and 11. Kyle Brown drops back, goes out to his right, has a lane in front, throws it, and he just misses the pass. Not able to find his man on that one.
Kyle Brown, good job to run away from the defenders there. He had Shamir Davis wide open across the middle. I wish he was able to get it to him, but a good job nonetheless. Trying something, and field goal unit's going to come out here for HSU.
And here comes the field goal. Pedro Altamirano from the 30-yard line. Altamirano to put him up by 3. And it's good. Altamirano will set it up to 10. And HSU takes the lead deep into the second quarter of action.
Well, you know, HSU was looking for a touchdown on that drive, and they had a couple opportunities and just weren't able to connect. But they'll take 3 points for sure, and especially with just under 2 minutes left in the first half. They want a lead going into halftime, but we'll see what Tyler Pacheco, Casey Shine's offense is able to do on offense. They have a minute 43 to get downfield, potentially take the lead before halftime.
Yeah, no doubt. Still 2 timeouts remaining for the Chapman Panthers. Casey Shine, offensive coordinator and head coach, has been here since 2014, so he knows how to deal with these high-pressure situations. Was part of the team in 2019 when they won the Sky Championship. Altamirano for the kickoff. It'll be Manzano to return. That'll go out of bounds for the touchback. And a bit of roughness on that one. Appeared to just knock Jackson Muzzy, the tight end. But no flag will be thrown, and the Chapman Panthers will take over. So with a minute 43 remaining in the second quarter of action, the Chapman Panthers will take over, and Pacheco with an opportunity to put some points up on the board. Andrew Latu to his right. Motions his receiver. Fakes the handoff, runs with it around 1, around 2, still going, and picks up the first down excellently. Move the chains, Tyler Pacheco picks up the first down.
That's Pacheco's 9th rush attempt so far today. Picked up 25 yards before that. Able to pick up the first down there. Great job by him.
Sends his receiver in motion. Zimmerman at wideout. Pacheco lines up the throws, able to find his man. Jason Bruce. Pass is complete. They'll move it up. 2nd down and 2.
It's a low pass bullet there to Jason Bruce. But a great completion there. Now it's 2nd and 2.
Pacheco, Latu to his left. Shotgun snap, here we go. Pacheco goes deep. Has Zimmerman and just catches it. Cade Zimmerman with the moss. And that'll move him up the field for a first down.
And What a play there by Zimmerman. Look at this. This is what they're trying to do earlier in this game, and finally gets the connection. Zimmerman there, look at that, gets up and catches it right over the head. And now they have it approaching the red zone.
Here we go, 1st and 10, Pacheco. Runs with the ball, goes to his right, goes deep, and just gets tipped by the defender. Excellently done. Jason Bruce almost on that one, and very well tipped by Colin Hill.
Jason Bruce, the intended receiver. 2nd down.
And look at this replay here. Single coverage, he just got Zimmerman to moss him. That was Colin Hill, the sophomore, defending it.
Here we go, shotgun snap, 2nd and 10. Pacheco will check the sideline. Has Manzano and Bruce to his right. Wide receiver number 1, Zimmerman to his left. Shotgun snap. He'll hand it off around 1, spins around another one. He'll get inside the 15-yard line for a tough run. 30 seconds remaining.
Timeout. Chapman, their 2nd of the half.
Second timeout called by Casey Shine. And so far, they've been moving it relatively well, but now they face 3rd and 2.
Well, this has been Chapman's best drive of the game. I know they scored earlier in this one, but that was only a 10-yard drive. So far in this one, pass game working perfectionally, rushing game working exceptionally well. Now at 30 seconds, able to call a timeout, stop the clock. 3rd down here and short. So Chapman, we'll see. I think they're going to lean on the running game here. It's worked out really well. We'll see what Pacheco's able to do.
Yeah, no doubt. In this game, only 2 for 7 when it comes to 3rd down efficiency. Possession-wise, it's been relatively tied. Hardin-Simmons with 16 minutes and Chapman 13. The Panthers will want to continue that on. And so far, offensively, it has been HSU who's been dominating. Receiving average of 19.7, already 138 passing yards in the first half of action, and here we go. 3rd and short, Pacheco. Fumbles it, picks it back up, around 1, goes deep, just throws it too much. Some good pressure from Brent Patek on that one, but it'll be 4th down and 2.
We see there Pacheco, just a concentration drop, and you just can't do that. This part of the field, this part of the game on 3rd down. Really looking to score, and now they'll at least be able to try and attempt to tie the game up here with 22 seconds left before halftime. But just a frustrating situation there for Chapman.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm sure they won't mind settling for the field goal to tie it all up. It'll be on Carson Nichols for the extra point from the 20-yard line. Carson Nichols up and good. That will tie the game up all at 10 with 18 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter of action.
Well, that's a great job by Chapman, able to steal some momentum back from HSU. They're able to take a 10-7 lead. And with 1:43 left, Chapman got the ball back, able to drive down the field, some good rushing plays. That great, amazing pass by Zimmerman, and able to tie it back up at 10 with 18 seconds before halftime.
And you have to take your hat off to the Chapman defense so far. Typically HSU, we mentioned this a bit earlier in the broadcast, 42.1 points per game, and the Panthers have held them to 10. A lot of that credit has to go to Jacob Gowdy.
Jacob Gowdy, we've mentioned him time after time in this one so far. He's just had a fantastic game defensively and has helped the Chapman offense able to score their only touchdown of the game after his strip sack of Kyle Brown, as HSU is about to get the ball back.
No doubt, Garcia back to return. We saw him with a great return earlier. He'll come to balance, he'll pick it up. Garcia just in congestion, gets around 1, 2, and gets swallowed up by the Chapman special teams. Excellently done on that one to stop the star running back. Gabe Mendez, it appeared to be on the tackle, and there will be a flag on the field.
After the play, personal foul, late hit, number 9 of the return team. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
There's Wes Douglas causing the penalty, and it feels like every time we've seen the HSU special teams, something has gone wrong for them, whether it's been a penalty. It just seems like they're always getting pushed back further and further to their own side of the field.
No doubt. Here we go. Ball on the 12-yard line. Hands it off to Garcia. Has a lane. Around 1, 2. He'll fall down, and he'll pick up the first.
And we'll see if they just let the clock roll out into halftime, tied up at 10, especially push back in your own territory. Don't want to risk anything, potentially losing the football.
Timeout. Hardin-Simmons, second of the half.
HSU calling their timeout on there, and only 4 seconds remaining in this second half of action. And it has been relatively back and forth, hasn't it, Daniel? We started off with HSU and that huge touchdown play to Chris Sims, but then the Chapman Panthers, slow and steady, just like a panther in the nature, hunted their prey down and were able to get a touchdown back. And since then, it's been back and forth.
Well, Jacob Gowdy was the Panther hunting his prey of Kyle Brown on that strip sack. He didn't know what hit him. Got the wind knocked out of him. And Chapman able to capitalize on their only touchdown thanks to that play. But now tied up at 10. It's going to be a good second half, Lucas.
Yeah, no doubt. It's been extremely exciting from up here in the broadcast booth. And here we go. Final play of the second quarter of action here at Wilson Field. Shotgun snap. They'll hand it off. Henry around 1, around 2. Stiff arms him, gets out of bounds, and that will be the final play of the second quarter of action.
That is the end of the first half.
End of the first half on that one, and what a moment. All tied up at halftime at 10. You cannot blame them at all for that one, and what a first half we had, Daniel. Was absolutely electric down there on the pitch.
Well, yeah. Well, Chapman has been playing well, better than anyone expected them to play against this high-powered HSU offense. They've only allowed 10 points so far, and that one great catch by Chris Sims. Noah Garcia has been running the football well, and on the offensive side for Chapman, they've been running the football really well. Tyler Pacheco able to get his passing touchdown in, starting at that drive, starting at the 10-yard line. So should be a fantastic second half. I'm excited to watch it with you, Lucas.
Yeah, no doubt. Exciting game here at Wilson Field, all tied up at 10. And it was Jacob Gowdy who caused the sack and fumble that was recovered by the Panthers, which led to the touchdown. Pacheco to Manzano. And you have to take your hats off to this defense, Daniel. They have been electric. I know I've said this time and time again, but Jacob Gowdy and the likes have been phenomenal.
Well, Jacob Gowdy, he's been in the backfield this entire game, getting solo tackles. That strip sack on Kyle Brown was an absolute momentum changer, a game changer for Chapman. Able to get the sack, Kyle Brown loses the football, and they're able to score in just a few plays. And now all of a sudden, well, it was a great position. HSU was up by 7. They were pinned back. Now it's a tie game at 7, and now at halftime, it's 10-10.
Yeah, well, no doubt in that first half of action, we saw so many electric plays. It was an amazing display, and as we take a look at some of the stats for this game, both teams tied up with 1 touchdown, but the yards tell a different story, Daniel.
Yeah, well, HSU able to pick up more yards, but Chapman, their defense, able to cut those drives short. We saw the fumble from Noah Garcia. He was able to pick up a lot of yards there on that drive, but he just lost the football. And then Jacob Gowdy, as we've mentioned, on that strip sack. Chapman, even though they don't have as many yards, are able to tie the game up because of how good this defense has played for them.
Yeah, no doubt. They played excellently in that first half of action. The stats do differ a little bit. We know that Hardin-Simmons is a very fast-running team offensively. Very well done. As we'll move over to some of the highlights for this first half of action, it was very electric as we see from the replay, not too much offense for either side apart from Chris Simmons, but the defense has been dominating this game. Only one touchdown allowed.
Yeah, we see this. Kyle Brown looking deep. There's Chris Sims getting right past that Chapman defense. He looks absolutely fantastic so far. Just exactly what we were talking about in pregame. Chris Sims, just a game changer. He's the reason why HSU is able to take the lead.
Yeah, no doubt. Here we see the sack from Gowdy, which caused the forced fumble. Absolutely electric play, which led eventually to that touchdown that was thrown by Tyler Pacheco, as we see here. Cool and composed in the pocket, and easy, not even touched, Brandon Manzano.
Yeah, just ran an absolutely fantastic zig route, able to get wide open. Casey Shine loves what he's seeing, and a fantastic head coaching debut from him. And here's Noah Garcia here, just not able to get anywhere. That Chapman defense really doing well against the run game as well as the pass game as well. There's Kyle Brown again. And you see that play that we were talking about earlier with Chris Sims just getting pushed out of the end zone and led to a field goal on that drive, which was an absolute boot by the HSU kicker.
Yeah, no doubt. It's been very, very close in this game, all tied up at 10 here at the halftime, as we'll go down to the sideline for our very own hit from Ainsley Savon. Ainsley, what do you got for us this time?
Thanks, guys. So I was walking through the stands and I happened to find Alex Tariquez and Nick Tawney, both former Chapman football players. So guys, it's tied up right now. How does it feel watching your former teammates tonight?
It's different, but it's great. I'm glad I'm here with all the other alumni and all my boys, so it's pretty fun.
No, it's honestly been great to see them play. Super proud of them. They put in the work. They deserve it, so glad to see them play for sure.
Awesome. And so if both of you guys could give one word of advice, if you could talk to them right now, what would you say to them?
Hey, just keep pushing through. 0-0 game right now, and let's get it. Yep.
Yeah, very similar. Yeah, keep your head down, keep grinding. They got it. I believe in them. Yeah, they got it.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. All right. Back to you guys up in the booth.
Thank you so much, Ainsley. So insightful as always. And now for a little bit of insight on the Chapman new head coach, Casey Shine. We'll throw it in halftime to a package that we recorded earlier in this week. Enjoy.
We're all about, the players are all about, the coaches are all about, are challenging ourselves and putting yourself at risk. I mean, playing a number 6 team in the nation, yeah, it's possible, you know, to get an L, but we're not running from it. We want to challenge ourselves. We want to take that next step. That's where we see this program going, is being a national contender, and you can't get there by not playing national powers. It's not an easy process. It's a year-long process, and there's no right answer to do that. But I mean, it's day by day. It's being where your feet are at and not worrying about tomorrow, not forgetting the past, but not worrying about the past, and like, hey, let's go. Let's attack today. The culture is very strong here. It's a player-led program, and so a lot of it is surrounding the leaders with good players and letting them teach the younger ones like what the culture is about.
You got me. You got me. I got you.
That's the fun part, is we've got some talented kids, and yeah, hopefully to get all of them on the field. We can take Chapman to another level that it's been. I know we're close. I know it. We know it as a coaching staff and as the players. We know we're close. And but at the end of the day, you got to go on the field and prove it. That's why you play the games.
There you go. We have to make them defend. Yep.
We're going to bring back a SCAG championship. I think every team feels that way. We truly believe it.
You ain't gotta love me, but you gotta notice. 10 toes down, you can keep the roses.
And welcome back to the second half of action here at the home of the Chapman Panthers. Wilson Field, Lucas Pan up here alongside Daniel Kaufman, and we'll toss it down to the field for the beginning of this second half of action of football. Chapman against HSU, and it was quite the game in that first half of action as Nichols kicks it off to begin. Caught around the 5-yard line. Garcia around 25-yard line, and he'll go out of bounds. So good pickup. And not a bad place to start for this HSU side, Daniel.
Yeah, and it's going to, this half is going to be, I think it's going to continue to be a game of defense. The defenses were played outstandingly in the first half. For Chapman, Jacob Gowdy and Kyle Sieben in particular had absolutely outstanding plays, forcing tackles, getting tackles for loss, and causing turnovers. It's allowed Chapman to stay in this game. HSU has been able to pick up a lot of yards, but those long sustained drives have only led to 10 points. And meanwhile for Chapman, run game has been working decently well for them. HSU defense has definitely held their ground, only allowing 10 points, and 7 of those points coming from that Gowdy forced fumble on Kyle Brown. So we will see how Chapman, their defense, is able to hold on this drive coming up.
Yeah, no doubt. It appeared that a player picked up an injury at the beginning on kickoff. It was A.J. Shebler, the senior linebacker. Appeared to pick up a bit of an injury on his right leg, it appears, but he's able to be carried off. And now we'll begin the second half of action on the 25-yard line. It'll be HSU and Kyle Brown to take it.
They have the running back Henry in the backfield.
Henry to his right, Kyle Brown. 3 receivers to his left. Quick pass out. Garcia round 1. Garcia round 2, and he'll just get pushed out of bounds at the HSU sideline.
And I talked about it a little bit in the first half. That 1-2 punch between Noah Garcia and Braylon Henry, as you see Garcia getting the target on the screen pass with Henry lining up in the backfield. They had a great year in the 2024 season, splitting carries in the backfield, and there you see Garcia getting the pass play.
Yeah, no doubt. Garcia has been absolutely flying in this game. 71 yards gained in 15 attempts, Kyle Brown shotgun pass. Garcia with it, goes to the sideline and just goes out of bounds for a small gain. It'll be 3rd and medium here on the first drive of the second half. Kyle Sieben on the tackle again. Him, one of the leaders on this defense who's been pushing, using that grit that these Chapman Panthers oh so love. And now it'll be 3rd and long for the Cowboys. And here we go. Marshall motions out to left. Hayden Philpott communicating with Brown. Shotgun snap. Here comes the pressure, pocket collapsing. Lobs it up, and he catches that one for a big gain. What a reception from Chris Sims to move the chains and for the first down.
Another big play by Chris Sims, our key player of the game, just making another spectacular catch. And you saw how Kyle Brown, facing pressure, able to move up in the pocket right there, finds Brown. What a fantastic play by Brown, a fantastic catch by Sims.
Douglas in motion to the left. Brown hands it off to Garcia, tries to find the gap, but gets swallowed at the line. That'll be a tackle for loss. And this Chapman defense holding strong. Joey Bustos on the attack, the graduate linebacker. No gain on the carry. Bustos with the tackle. One of the more physical players for this Chapman side, had 1 interception last year. Him, one of the players alongside Sieben and this linebacker core looking to replace Alexander Tarikas, who we heard about from halftime. Shotgun snap. Brown has some pressure behind him around 1. Sieben chasing, has a lane open on the left side. He's gonna take it and he'll go out of bounds for the first down A huge tackle, and they'll crowd him. Kyle Brown, excellent run on that one. Kelton Jones on the tackle.
And Kyle Brown looking a little Mahomey out there, able to escape the sack, run around and pick up the first down all by himself. What a pickup by him.
Kelton Jones, the sophomore on the tackle. This is his first real year with some reps. Last year's freshman year, didn't play often, three-way athlete. Lacrosse, track, and football. It'll be 1st and 10. Brown hands it off to Garcia. Goes through the C gap around 1 and 2. Henry, excuse me, he'll get brought down at the 30-yard line for a first down.
And they've been leaning on Henry on this drive a lot. Garcia had a heck of a first half, and now it's been Henry so far to open up the third quarter, and he's been running it very well. Picking up 30 yards so far in this game on 5 carries.
Fakes the pitch, goes deep, and has a man all by himself. Did he hold on to it? Tussling for the ball, and still going with it. Wade Smith, we saw him recover a ball earlier in the game. Completed pass to Wes Douglas. He'll catch it and move the chains for a 1st and goal.
What a catch by Douglas. The ball there by Kyle Brown, a little bit underthrown, uncharacteristic by Brown. It's been very accurate today, but great job by Douglas to get it.
And here we go, Wes Brown shotgun snap. Hands it off to Henry, around 1, gets tripped up by the line, no gain. Excellently defended by David Serrano, the defensive lineman inside on the interior for the Panthers. 2nd and goal, only 2 yards to go if they want to start this half off with a touchdown. They'll check sideline Brown. Has Ifiati to his right. Hands it back off to his running back. And does he get in? Stopped at the 1-yard line, it appears. So holding strong for this defense. Joey Bustos on the tackle. Braylon Henry not able to get down, and it's 3rd and goal. A game of inches, like you mentioned, Daniel. And this a moment for the Chapman Panthers defense to prove their worth.
And we saw this in the first half. Look who's out there under center. It's Ty Thompson. He's going to run it up the middle. I feel it.
The timeout called.
Timeout. Chapman, their first of the half.
And that a smart play from Casey Shine. You could feel the momentum, and you could feel the play that was coming up with Ty Thompson in.
Yeah, well, they saw Ty Thompson coming in. Casey Shine, he had a feeling that he knew exactly what we were going to do. We've seen it twice already. He's run up the middle under center. I don't think Chapman, their defense, was ready for that. They weren't expecting him to come in that situation. But it's worked so far for HSU. I do not blame them at all for trying that. We'll see if they're going to try it again and how Chapman's going to come prepared for it.
Yeah, no doubt. Ty Thompson has had 2 rushes and a gain of 7 for this, averaging 3.5 yards per rush, and they only need 1 to get the ball through into the end zone for 6. So what do you think, Daniel? Break it down. Do you think they'll hand it off to Ty Thompson, or maybe do you think they'll fake the handoff to him and then find one of their receivers?
It looks like Ty Thompson's staying out there in the huddle. I think they're going to try to get him the football.
All right, well, here we go. The game all tied up at 10. And true freshman Ty Thompson, the quarterback for HSU out there. 3rd and 1 at the goal line. Sends his receiver in motion. Fakes the handoff. He'll jump inside for an HSU touchdown. True freshman Ty Thompson, his first collegiate touchdown.
What a moment by Ty Thompson, getting his first career touchdown. And everyone knew what was coming right up the middle. We all saw it. little bit of face mask there, but he already scored. And here comes the extra point team. But everyone knew it was coming. It's kind of like the Philadelphia Eagles, their tush push. You know it's coming. There's just no way to stop it. And it's kind of the same for Ty Thompson.
Pedro Altamirano on the extra point. It's up. And easy one for Altamirano. So now HSU takes the lead with 17 in this third quarter of action. With only 7 minutes gone by. And crank up the music for the Chapman Panthers. Now it's their turn to show off their offensive prowess and get the ball running. Jason Bruce and Brendan Manzano in the back to return. And here we go. Already scoring a touchdown in 7 minutes gone by. Altamirano to kick off. And a perfect kickoff right at the 1 yard line. Manzano running. He gets through one and he gets leveled by the defender. A bit of unnecessary roughness from it appeared to be Brody McClure. Junior linebacker, 6'1", appeared to get a little bit of a block, but no foul. And the Chapman Panthers will start at the 25-yard line. So, Daniel, tell me, if you're the Chapman Panthers, what do you need to do to get that offense to take the pedal off the metal?
Well, absolutely, it's getting that pass game going. Offensively, they've been able to run the football decently well, especially at the end of the second half, able to get down the field. We saw one flash from Zimmerman, able to make a fantastic catch on the sideline. They got to get that pass game going if they want to score here.
And here we go, 3 in the backfield for Pacheco. Shotgun snap. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left. Has a deep man, can he make it? Pass interference. Well done, Jason Bruce, to get the better of Colin Hill.
Pass interference, defense, number 17, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Colin Hill, the victim of the PI call. And that was as clear as day from up here in the booth, Daniel.
Yeah, and they've looked for Jason Bruce multiple times this game, and he's failed to get him the football. And that's another opportunity. You see right there, early contact, very clear PI. And that moves the ball up 15 yards.
1st and 10 from the 40-yard line, Pacheco. 3 in the back. This has been working for them so far. Pacheco hands it off to his running back, and he'll pick up a few on that one. Good run from Fisher Huss. And so far, they've been bouncing back and forth between Huss and Latu for the running back of choice.
Yeah, well, after Gio Ursino, the senior from last year's Chapman Panthers team, graduated, there's been a hole at the running back position, and them two have been filling it out pretty nicely.
No doubt. 3 in the backfield again. Here we go. Fakes the handoff. Read option around 1, around 2. Gets hit and excellently brought down. No foul for Colin Hill on this one. Gets the tackle on Pacheco. And well, good read to come up off his zone from the cornerback.
Pacheco's just so quick on his feet. Excellent job to wrap him up, get the tackle, force a 3rd down.
And here we go. 3rd and 6 from the 44-yard line. A bit of a jump, but no flag. Pacheco, Fisher Huss to his left, 2 receivers to his right. Shotgun snap. Here comes the pass. And should have left that one, Cade Zimmerman. Lack of awareness for that one. It'll drop down for a 4th and 6.
And he just got ahead of himself there. That ball is right in his hands. Great pass by Pacheco, and Zimmerman, who made a fantastic catch earlier in this one, unable to come up with it. It seemed like he was about to pick up the first down, and he just got a little bit carried away, got a little excited, and just dropped it.
No doubt, here will come the punt. Carson Nichols from the 30-yard line. Gets it up and away. Lands at the 21. He's going, and he'll fall down at the 24-yard line. So it almost appeared that the returner almost fumbled on that one. Guy Powell. Was just able to grab onto it. And now it'll be the Cowboys to get back underway on offense. This, a big opportunity for the Panthers to start laying down the law, playing at home.
Well, yeah, HSU on their opening drive of the second half marched right down the field and scored. They're going to look to do that again, and if they score on this drive, they might start coming away with this one.
Here we go. Kyle Brown, handoff to Garcia, goes left around 1, around 2, has a lane, and takes off at the 50. Here comes Gowdy. Can he get there? No, he can't. Touchdown, HSU. Noah Garcia playing his signature style of football and running it in for the touchdown.
And look at this. Great blockers, gets the lane, and he's off. That's all it took. Gowdy able to catch up a little bit, but Garcia is such a nifty player. There's no match for him, and just like that, this game was tied at 10, and now look at it. 13 could be 14 here.
Altamirano on the extra point. Up and good. So, within the blink of an eye, the Cowboys have taken the game away from the Panthers with 7 minutes and 21 seconds remaining. Chapman 10, HSU 24.
And Noah Garcia, what a game on the ground by him. 145 yards on the ground now, and a touchdown with that 76-yard score. 8.1 yards per attempt. That is just ridiculous by him. 18 carries. He's having himself one heck of a game.
Madden-like statistics on that one, Daniel. Noah Garcia, their star running back. And now Altamirano will kick it off again. And here it comes. Picks it up at the 5. Around 1, around 2, goes above him, has a lane, and gets knocked out of bounds at the 39-yard line. So great return from Manzano.
Great way to build back some momentum for Chapman. Taking it all the way down to the 39-yard line. And, you know, it's still early in the third quarter. Only 2 touchdowns, and if they can get something going on this drive, they'll be right back in this one. But HSU, just within a blink of an eye, as you said, Lucas, is just taking this one away. But Chapman now with an opportunity, and Tyler Pacheco, he's going to have to perform here.
No doubt, we haven't seen that much passing from the quarterback, Pacheco, in this game so far. 3 receivers to his left. Here we go, shotgun snap. Is running with it, has Bruce open. Elects to hold on to it and has a lane in front. Around 1, around 2, gets leveled. And able to pick him up. What a hit. But able to hold on to it, luckily. Keon House able to get the tackle, but still first down, Chapman.
Great job by Pacheco. Looking through his reads, can't see anybody, turns the field around. He finds green grass, pick up the first down. He got leveled there on that hit.
And here we go. Excellently done for Zimmerman, who's had a quiet game so far. Was able to get the reception to the 2nd and 1.
That's Zimmerman's second catch of the game and able to pick up about 9 yards. So Good little catch there by Zimmerman as they're trying to continue this drive.
Here we go. 2nd and 1 from the 43-yard line. They'll check sideline. Just trying to have the HSU defense fall into their offside booby trap. 2 and 1, Pacheco hands it off and he'll get inside for a first down. Andrew Latu with the pickup enough to move the chains.
That was all Chapman needed. Just 1 yard, pick up the first down, move the chains, keep this drive alive.
Excellent run for Andrew Latu. 5'11", 205 pounds. That trademark power back. When you need short gains, you bring Latu in, and it'll be a 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Here we go. Around 1, around 2, still going with it. Pacheco lobs it up. Can he get the catch? Yes, he can! What a rep. Pacheco to Bruce. That'll move the chains. And some great improv moves from the quarterback.
Some great moves indeed, Lucas. Pacheco looking fantastic on that one. Nifty, able to roll out of the pocket, moving right, able to find Bruce on that one.
And here we go again, check sideline. Pacheco with 3 to his left, 1 to his right. Fisher Huss to the right side of him. Shotgun snap, he'll hand it off. Keeps on to it and gets hit after picking up around 5. So now the Panthers are moving with momentum, but still a lot of work to get done.
Yeah, the rush game's really been working on this drive. They able to get a couple passes in, which is able to keep momentum, just like that Bruce play that we saw. But it's really been Tyler Pacheco doing a great job throwing it on this drive and a great job moving it with his feet.
Now it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 22-yard line. 3 to his left, 1 to his right. Fisher Huss, play action, lobs it up and just can't find Manzano on that one. Some high pressing from these cornerbacks, Daniel.
Yeah, and there wasn't really anything on that play. He was really covered. It's just a high throw. Luckily, he was able to just get it out of that area. But kind of a risky throw there, and that brings up 3rd down. You can see the defender cuts off the route, and just tough play there by Chapman. And now they're looking at 3rd and 5. We'll see. Pacheco's been really good on the ground. We'll see if he tries to take off with it himself.
Akin Bisola with the deflection on that one. Here we go. Pacheco tries to find Fisher Huss on the screen, but to no avail. And a flag is thrown. What was going on there? Jason Bruce. Number 18 for the Chapman Panthers seemed to be in a bit of a scuffle. We'll hear more from the referees now.
After the play, personal foul, defense, number 5, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And that is what these Panthers wanted. Jason Bruce and Mike Akinbisola got into the mix of it. That'll move the chains for a first down, Panthers.
And that is just a huge mental error by HSU. They cannot afford a penalty there. It's 4th down. They would have at least not given up a touchdown. It would have been a field goal. But now Chapman gets another sign of life.
And here we go. Jason Bruce out wide out on the near side of the field. Shotgun snap. Pacheco holds on to it. Power around 1, around 2. Can he get in the end zone? Touchdown, Panthers! Ultimate athleticism from Tyler Pacheco. Spider-Man-like moves, front flip into the end zone.
Look at this, jukes the defender, flips over him into the end zone. My goodness, Tyler Pacheco, have yourself a night. And Chapman is right back into this one.
Welcome home, Tyler Pacheco. And what a rushing touchdown for him. Carson Nichols with the extra point. Up and blocked. able to hold on to it. Can he get away? Around one, around two, tries to throw it, fumbles it. They'll go down. Excellent special teams from HSU. And a bit of a shove and a push. And here come the flags. Michael McCarter, the senior offensive lineman. Up here to push, we'll see it here on the replay. Excellently blocked by the interior of the special teams unit. And then he tried to find a throw, not able to. Will go down for the foul.
After the play, personal foul. Scoring team, number 64. That penalty being forced on the kickoff.
Michael McCarter, as mentioned, the victim of that one. The senior offensive lineman. The backup left guard helping out Gavin Scott just picks up a personal foul on that one. But you can't get stuck up on a personal foul when a touchdown as good as the one we just witnessed happened to bring the score up 16-24.
Yeah, what a highlight reel play for Tyler Pacheco. Great job moving his feet, jukes a defender, flips over a defender into the end zone. But that blocked PAT may be huge for Hardin-Simmons, as now if Chapman were to score again, they would need to get a 2-point conversion on top of it.
Well, you saw Saquon Barkley with the 360 hurdle, and now you've seen Tyler Pacheco with the front flip touchdown. I don't think I've ever seen that play happen ever, Daniel. Carson Nichols with the kickoff. Return team pushing all the way up to the 25-yard line. Nichols, well, John pitting him back to the 15. And here comes Garcia on the return, around 1, 30-yard line. Can he find the lane? Yes, he can. Can he repeat the long yard? No, he can't. Goes out of bounds around the 45-yard line. And you can feel the game heating up here in the third quarter, Daniel. Chapman Panthers slowly but surely clawing their way back up. But now, HSU with an opportunity to extend their lead.
Yeah, what do I say about Noah Garcia, man? He has just been all over this football field. Big gain after big gain, putting HSU into perfect scenarios. Got that long 76-yard touchdown in this one. He's been fantastic.
And here we go, Kyle Brown. One receiver on each side. Shotgun snap, hands it off. Henry round 1, can he get stopped? Yes, he can, just about. And you have to give it, take your hat off, Daniel. Noah Garcia might have seniority over the running back, Henry, but they've both been running excellently in this game.
Yeah, Henry able to just pick up those yardage when Garcia needs a break. Able to pick up 48 so far in this game. He's been fantastic.
And here we go, check sideline, HSU. 2nd and 5 on their 49-yard line. Chris Sims, the wideout. And here we go, around 1, around 2. Gets brought down and is able to pick up the first down. Braylon Henry, another one for the sophomore.
Yeah, and the outside runs for HSU has been working so far on this drive, especially with Henry. He's doing a good job of picking up those yards. 53 for him now today. He picks up the first down, and run game for HSU has been working as third quarter is starting to wind down a little bit.
An electric third half of action so far here at the home of the Panthers, Wilson Field. If you're just checking in, Lucas Pan alongside Daniel Kaufman up here in the booth. Shotgun snap, Kyle Brown. Pump fakes, goes long. Can he find him again? Yes, he can! Dozie Ifiati. Not too much from him, but a huge reception. That'll lead to a first down.
Nifiati is the number 2 receiver on this team. We haven't seen too much from him today, but that is actually a great play. Able to pick up a really good gain. Now inside the red zone, looking to score.
And here we go, hands it off. Around one, around two, can he get the lane? Yes, he can! Touchdown, HSU! Flag on the field. It was Braylon Henry who ran it in.
Illegal block in the back, number 2 of the offense. 10-yard penalty, first down.
And what a punch in the stomach for this offense. Found the lane, got the touchdown, but taken away.
Nifiati, he just had that big reception, but he's also the one who got called on that penalty. So helping out his team, but they're going backwards.
And here we go, 1st and 17. Ball on the 19-yard line. Shotgun snap. Pocket collapsing, tries to find him, gets it. It'll be a big pickup for Chris Sims, another one. An excellent job from Kyle Brown to get the ball off in time. Pocket collapsed.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 4. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Oh man, Daniel.
Yeah, that's just not what you can do there if you're Chapman. But also it doesn't matter as much since Chris Sims made that fantastic sideline grab. And Sims, he has 130 yards on the game today. He's had himself a heck of a game, and now HSU at the 10-yard line. Already had a touchdown called back, looking to score here.
And here we go. 1st and 10 on the 10-yard line. Two tight ends to the left of Ifiati and Sims as receiver. Braylon Henry to the left of Kyle Brown. Check sideline, just waiting for the Panthers to jump off sides. Here we go, snap, hands it off. Braylon, can he get in? Just caught short a bit, that one, Henry. And if you're coach Jesse Burleson, you won't mind grinding out the clock like this. Your team does have the lead by 8 points. Of course, you'd love to extend that before the quarter. Check sideline, just waiting for them.
They can let this clock wind down. 15 seconds left. They can wind it all the way down to potentially the end of the quarter once they snap it.
And here we go, Kyle Brown. Read option, can he find the throw? Has a lane to his left. Pump fakes, lobs it up, can he catch it? Fumbled.
Yes.
And it'll be an interception for the Chapman Panthers. A momentum killer. And who would have thought this could happen? Tyler Boynton, the sophomore defensive lineman, picks it out of the air.
And look at this, Lucas. Kyle Brown looking for Sims at the top of the field. He throws it late. 3 to Chapman defenders are there. The ball bobbles around. And look who comes up with it. It's the big man on Chapman. What a play by him. Look how happy he is. That sideline is pumped up. Fans here at Wilson Field love to see it.
There's a flag down there on the field, however.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 14. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down. This is the end of the quarter.
Wow, Daniel. Heartbreak for this Panther defense. You can see number 90, Tyler Boynton, in disbelief at that one. And the Hardin-Simmons bench celebrates that call. Tyler Boynton communicating with the referees around the 50-yard line as they'll flip the field. Daniel, how unfortunate is that?
I mean, you would have just stopped HSU from taking a 2-score lead with that interception. And now they have the ball on the 6-yard line. It's second down. It's been a struggle to stop this offense all drive, this entire half, in fact, scoring 2 touchdowns right out of the gate. And now that holding call just completely shifts the momentum. And they actually have it at the 3-yard line because the holding call after this is to the goal line. So, yeah, just not what you wanted from that. You can't have that penalty there. You just can't. But we'll see. It's not over. And HSU definitely going to try to take advantage for sure.
And here we go. Opportunity for the Cowboys to put some points up on the board. Kyle Brown hands it off to the sophomore. He gets in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Braylon Henry just went through the B gap and said bye-bye to the defenders. HSU 30, Chapman 16.
Man, Henry, he got robbed of that touchdown earlier on this drive. The holding call bringing it back, and right here, right up the B gap, as you were saying, Lucas, and marches in for the touchdown. It's an excellent running game by HSU today. They've been firing on all cylinders, especially here in the second half.
And here we go, Altamirano on the extra point. Up, up, and away, it's good. And with that extra point, HSU will remain having the lead with 31 against the Chapman Panthers 16 in this fourth quarter of action. And Daniel, talk to me. The running game in the second half for HSU has been phenomenal.
Well, Noah Garcia, 76-yard touchdown. Henry here, a quick 3-yard touchdown. 69 yards for Henry, on top of Garcia's 145 rushing yards, and not to mention Ty Thompson's touchdown, the backup quarterback. He scored his first career touchdown on the ground, so that's 3 rushing touchdowns for HSU. And man, what a run game by them. 236 yards on the ground, 37 attempts. They have really woke up here in the second half.
Ball is kicked off by Altamirano. It'll go out for the touchback. But as you mentioned, Daniel, 236 rushing yards. That already more than their average per game last year, which was 175. And those halfbacks have not been stopping in this game, as the Panthers will head out to try to put some more points up on the board. And if they want a chance to come back in this one, Daniel, it has to start on this drive.
Well, it all starts in the hands of Tyler Pacheco. He ran it in, flipped over a defender to end the last Chapman drive. See what he can do here. They really got to get that pass game working, though.
Here we go, shotgun snap, Pacheco. Halfback screen around 1. He'll be knocked down around, it appears to be the 27-yard line.
That's Pacheco's 7th completion in this game, and only picks up a few yards there. He's second down and 8.
Here we go, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Second and 8, shotgun snap. Read option, Pacheco holding on to it around 1. Can he go forward? Just gets pummeled by the defender.
Great job there, Pacheco, trying to get around a guy, but great job by the HSU defense. Wrapping up again, and it'll be 3rd and 6.
Here we go, 3rd and 6. From the 29-yard line, Pacheco. Pocket collapsing, rolls out to his left, has the lane, picks up the first down. He'll go out of bounds. And excellently read from the senior quarterback. Panther first down, and this the momentum that they need. You can hear the growl right there. Three receivers to the right. They've been holding this formation. Shotgun snap, plays it out. Fisher Huss around 1, around 2, and gets dragged down after an 8-yard gain. Fisher Huss with a good pickup on that one. And now the Chapman Panthers, slow but steady, are moving their offense up the field. As we see on the replay, Fisher Huss, excellently done.
Good job by Chapman. Just keep the ball moving on the ground. They've been doing it all game.
And here we go, shotgun snap. Read option, hands it off to Fisher Huss, who isn't able to get anything. Tackled right at the line of scrimmage on that one. Loses a yard, Tackle for loss for Brody McClure. Last year, the junior had 22 tackles. Not too much action for him. But now it'll be 3rd and 3 from the 47-yard line in the 4th quarter of action. 12 minutes remaining. And the Chapman Panthers have their work cut out for them. Here we go, shotgun snap, Pacheco. Read option, hands it off to Fisher Huss, who picks up the first down. And now we can feel the offensive line starting to help them out a little bit more, opening up the gaps, and that'll be a first down.
The Chapman O-line, one of the best parts of this Chapman team, and it's crucial to them picking up over 100 rush yards today.
Check sideline, 1st and 10 from the 47. Play action to Pacheco, who goes deep. Can he find Jason Bruce? Intercepted by the Cowboys. Couldn't find Jason Bruce, and Colin Hill picks that one up. The 2nd team All-State in high school. He's only a sophomore. And what a way to pick it off in the final quarter of action.
And Bruce had him beat. He's had him beat a couple times in this game, and Pacheco underthrows it. And that's all it takes to intercept the football.
Here we go, handoff, Garcia, around 1, around 2, shifty as a mouse. Gets knocked down at around the 19-yard line. 14-yard line, excuse me. Tate Zimmerman on the attack. Hasn't been his best game, Daniel. Been relatively quiet out there on defense in comparison to Jacob Gowdy, who's turned silent in this 2nd half.
Yeah, well, Zimmerman, last year he had 6.5 sacks on defense, and today haven't called his name much.
Here we go, they'll check sideline. No need to rush. If you're Kyle Brown and this offensive unit. Kyle Brown, here we go, shotgun snap, sets up the screen. Around 1, can he get away from him? Not really, he gets knocked down right around the line of scrimmage, and it's a scrum down there. And here come the flags. Flag on the field for Shamar Davis, the senior from Midland, Texas. We'll go down to see what the flag was.
Personal foul, late hit, defense, number 26, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Number 8 of the defense must go out for one play as his helmet came off. Correction of the offense.
Frustrations from Tate Zimmerman on that one. Just hits his opponent a little bit too late. And you can understand that too. Daniel hasn't had the most influential game on defense.
No, well, just penalties here late for Chapman. It's just kind of killing them, killing their momentum, and really allowing HSU to get downfield and pick up another first down off of that.
A bit of a trip from the referee on that one. Stands up and puts his hat back on. Shotgun snap. Brown play action. He gets hit. Still running with it. It's a rugby scrum down there. Braylon Henry with another carry. And he's been taking the brunt of the halfback position in this game, Daniel. Although Noah Garcia still leads in rushing, the 152. Braylon Henry, 69 yards so far for the sophomore.
Yeah, he's been carrying the ball fantastic here in the second half, really taking the brunt of the offensive load for HSU as Garcia's had himself a heck of a game. Getting a breather on the sideline.
Handed off again. He fumbles it, but is able to recover. Dangerous look. Henry with another carry. And Joey Bustos, the middle linebacker, able to get the tackle down to prevent the first. It'll be 3rd and 2 at the 36-yard line. And the Chapman Panthers have to get a stop here. Chris Sims appears to be by himself. Gowdy goes to lock him up. And here we see the freshman again, Ty Thompson. Any predictions?
I think they're going to run it up the middle. Let's see.
They motion Sims. And here we go. Ty Thompson holds it on for himself. First down, Cowboys.
That play's been a go-to for Jesse Burleson in short yardage situations. 3rd and 2. Give it to Ty Thompson. Motion Sims. Cross. And then run it up the middle with Thompson and pick up a first down. Did it on that touchdown earlier in this half. And it's been working all game. Chapman has no answers for it.
No doubt, no answers for them at all. Hands it off to Garcia, who goes outside around 1, around 2, gets corralled, still on his feet, and gets knocked down at the 43-yard line. And there has been no stopping Noah Garcia on this one. How many times have I yelled his name up here in the booth?
Leading the team in yards today. Over 150 for him.
Here we go, 2nd and 6 from the 43. Kyle Brown and this offensive unit have been excellent in this second half. They went in to the halftime break with 10. They've gotten 21 points since then. Shotgun snap, Brown hands it off to Garcia to the outside, who gets tackled, still on his feet, but able to be swallowed up. An excellent defense from Tate Zimmerman on that one for the tackle for loss as the flag is thrown.
Well, barring the penalty, it's a great play by Zimmerman. Haven't called his name much.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 3, his first of the game. 15-yard penalty, down counts, 3rd down.
Noah Garcia with a little bit too much on that one. Just let his emotions get to him. Of course, playing in the trenches is always difficult, especially as a running back who has to dive headfirst into those trenches. But now it'll be 3rd and long for the Cowboys.
I think we're going to see a Kyle Brown pass here. 3rd and 22. They got to get downfield.
If you're Coach Burleson just wanting to grind out the clock. Hand it off to Garcia again, and here we go. Around 1, still running with it, but gets knocked down. And well done from this defense to just subdue them from getting the first down. And here comes the punt unit.
Yeah, well, Burleson on this drive, all runs. Really trying to just knock that clock down. Trying to get it under 6 minutes once they punted away. And really showing it there on a 3rd and 22, deciding not to pass it and just keep running that clock down. They trust their defense for sure. They've only put up 16 points in this entire game.
And here comes the punt, blocked by the Chapman Panthers. They pick it up, they fumble it, they pick it up again. It's all over the place, and they recover it. In, out, it'll be a safety, but it's fumbled again. It is popcorn down there, and the Chapman Panthers will have the touchdown. How did that happen, Daniel? Number 21, Trenton Dewar.
Lucas, what did we just witness on the
The result
field?
of the play is a touchdown. After the play, sideline warning, Chapman.
Look at that, picked up by HSU. He fumbles it. Picked up by Chapman for the touchdown.
And Trenton Dewar picking up the crumbs for the touchdown. Trenton Dewar, a part of this special teams unit. The safety takes advantage of that play. And now it'll be Carson Nichols for the extra point. Kick is up and it's good. So the Chapman Panthers now with the shot, Daniel. Chapman 23, HSU 31.
And after one of the most bizarre plays I've ever seen on a football field, Chapman is right back in the game. Now down just by 8, just under 6 minutes left. Chapman, look how pumped that sideline is. They're ready to go on defense. We'll see what they're able to do. HSU's been running it down their throat so far in this second half. But wow, what a momentum swing.
And this crowd in disbelief. Hard to describe that play, Daniel. It was essentially like popcorn popping.
Yeah, it was a block punt, recovered by the offense, then fumbled again, and then a defensive touchdown is the result of it. And Chapman now right back in the swing of things.
Trenton Dewar able to make the most of his special team involvement as Carson Nichols kicks this one off to the left side. Picked up at the 15-yard line. Has a lane to the near side. Here he comes. Tackled around the 29-yard line. And I'm still catching my breath from that call, Daniel. Dale started off around the 30-yard line. Robert Kroll on that one with the tackle.
Well, HSU, or Chapman can't get too ahead of themselves since HSU has had such a consistent offense in this second half. Keep in mind, coming out of halftime, HSU had 10 points, and now they're at 31. They've scored 3 touchdowns. Their offense has been incredible. So Chapman really needs to step up and lean on this momentum.
And look at that sideline. Here we go. Read option, hands it off to Henry. Around 1, around 2. He has the gap at the 40-yard line. Can he get there? Yes, he can. Goes down at the 32-yard line. Excellent tracking from Jacob Gowdy. But a momentum killer against the Panthers. And the Cowboys will pick up the first down.
And Lucas, what was I just saying about this rushing team from HSU? Henry on one play now has 80 yards on the game and a fantastic pickup. Switches the field. And now just trying to kill clock like they were in their last drive.
No doubt, Daniel. Clock ticking to under 5 minutes and a half in this final quarter of action. Kyle Brown hands it off. Henry. Good pickup of around 5. And if you're Coach Burleson, those are the type of yard gains you want to see. Clock keeps ticking. And they'll pick that one up to 2nd and 6. Here we go, 2 tight ends out there, 1 receiver on each side. And listen to that crowd.
Timeout. Hardin-Simmons,
called.
their first of the half.
And you can feel that timeout coming. So Daniel, break it down. Under 5 minutes remaining in this final quarter of action. It's the home opener, and the Chapman Panthers within reach of clawing it back. But the Cowboys with possession and the lead. What does Coach Shine need to do to crawl his way back into the lead?
I think it's as simple as just stopping the run. This HSU rush on offense in the fourth quarter alone, 8 attempts, 66 yards. And it's been killing Chapman. They're able to get that weird special teams touchdown, but it has no answer for the HSU rushing offense. They've been unstoppable, and here's Noah Garcia back in the game. I'm calling it now. Expect him to get the rock on this one.
Jacob Gowdy has been significant in this game for the defense. 2nd and 6. Hands it off to Garcia on round 1, around 2, but gets swallowed up in the trenches. Excellent stop from the Chapman interior defense. Tyler Hill on the tackle. And here we go. 3rd and 10 on the 31-yard line. Kyle Brown and his unit out there. Checking sideline, no need to rush.
Timeout. Hardin-Simmons, their second of the half.
Smart call from the Hardin-Simmons coaching on that one.
Yeah, it seemed like there was some confusion by Kyle Brown. And Hardin-Simmons going to use another timeout there on 3rd and 5. But a great job by the Chapman defense. They get this is the biggest play of the game for them. If they get the stop, Chapman's right back in this one. So we'll see what happens. Interesting spot, though, for HSU. Right on the 31-yard line. It's a longer field goal attempt. If they don't pick this up, the field goal, I think, is imminent. But in D3 football, a kick from this length is no easy feat. But we'll see what they do on offense. If they're going to decide to run it or pass it. So far in these situations, they've decided to just run the rock, keep that clock moving. So we'll see what they decide to do as Henry's in the backfield. There's Sims on the bottom of your screen there, number 7, look at him.
The stadium pulse is rocking. 3rd and 5 for Kyle Brown. Play action, goes deep. Can he find him? Touchdown, Cowboys! Wes Douglas. Moonball to the receiver. And Kyle Brown quiets the crowd.
Look at this. Kyle Brown right over for the touchdown. That was Douglas. He's had himself 4 catches so far, make it a 5th, add on a touchdown to it, and I think that might be the dagger for Chapman. They're really competitive in this one, Lucas, but we'll see what happens here. 3.5 left.
Altamirano's kick, it's blocked. Special teams in this game, Daniel. You have to take your hat off. It's been excellent.
Yeah, how about this Chapman special teams here in the 4th quarter? Able to get that punt return touchdown, block an extra point. Still a 14-point game. Chapman missed an extra point of their own. So let's see if they're able to get downfield and score. That could actually be pretty huge for Chapman.
Let's go, Brandon.
You have to give kudos to this Chapman defense. HSU average from last year was 42, currently with 37. But they've had to fight for it, Daniel. Altamirón will set up for the kickoff. And here we go with 3.5 minutes remaining. Altamirón will just boom that one into the end zone. And this unnecessary touchdown drive for the Panthers if they want to have a shot of bringing it back. A lot of work to be done, Daniel.
Yeah, well, Tyler Pacheco has been the heart of this offense. 15 rush attempts for him, 81 yards and a touchdown. However, through the air, it's been a bit of a struggle. Threw an interception on his last drive. He's 8 for 18, only 79 yards. Also with the touchdown in there as well. But that passing offense really has got to get going right here.
1st and 10. Pacheco has some of his receivers deep, runs with it around 1, around 2, spins, still on his feet, and he'll be brought down. Tyler Pacheco with another carry. On the tackle, Harrison Foster. He's been excellent so far in this game. It'll be 2nd and 2. Pacheco goes long for his receiver, and he's not got it. Excellent defense from HSU to prevent them.
Late game, Pacheco trying to make anything happen. Going after his #1 guy, Zayd Zimmerman. And he's just all covered up. Maybe 3rd and 2.
Zane Jenkins with the pickup on that one. And now it'll be 3rd and 2 from the 33-yard line. Panthers needing some magic on this one. Read option, around 1, around 2, still going Pacheco. Still on his feet at the 45-yard line. And he'll go down, moves the chains. 1st down, Panthers.
Yeah, look at the agility and toughness by Pacheco, running through defenders left and right. Able to get through, pick up the 1st down. Having himself a good little drive. 89 yards on the game now.
And here we go, 1st and 10. Pacheco rolls out to his right, going deep. It's Manzano, and just booted out of the air and incomplete. Excellent rep to knock that one away. Keon House, the sophomore cornerback, just locking up Manzano on down. We'll see it here. Look at that rep.
Look at that, just the ball is a bit underthrown. Looked like it was potentially about to be a huge game for Chapman. Just fantastic job by secondary there by HSU. Knocked that one away.
Here we go, motions Krautwald. 2nd and 10, Pacheco. Tried to find Fisher Huss, the running back. Just an easy fumble, and those are the opportunities you need to take when trailing with not too much time remaining.
Yeah, those little mistakes that add up for Chapman, and that's why they've fallen this far behind, and why this pass game just really has not been able to get going.
And here we go, 3rd and long from the 46-yard line. Pacheco, pocket collapsing, still has it. Motions him to go forward, around 1, around 2, still going Pacheco, and goes down at the 45-yard line, 35, excuse me. 1st down, and that'll lead us into the 2-minute timeout. So Daniel, Panthers
this is the 2-minute timeout.
Panthers with a lot of work to do, only 2 timeouts remaining. If you're Coach Shine, how do you approach this?
Well, you just got to keep giving it to Pacheco. He's been making a lot of plays. See this, just able to get around all these HSU's defenders, pick up another 1st down. He's been doing a good job taking himself. Now over 100 yards on the ground for him with 119. Just need to get that pass game going. I keep saying it. 18 for 21, only completed 38.1% of his passes today. Only 79 yards. That's where the big struggle is. And there's been a couple drops. There's been a couple of underthrows. And we'll see how Chapman is, what they're going to take away from this game, the pass game, and how they'll reevaluate going into next week.
Yeah, no doubt, Daniel. Pacheco just underthrowing it. HSU studying him and knowing that throwing is not his forte. And they've been taking advantage of that excellently. It'll be 1st and 10, Panthers on the 37-yard line. Creeping into the half of HSU, Pacheco throws it into the middle. Able to find Krautwald. Nate Krautwald with the pickup, and they're going to need to move quickly. Minute 40 remaining in this last quarter of action. Pacheco fumbled the snap on that one, picks it up, stumbles around 1, around 2, and he'll go down after a minimal gain.
Nice little nifty moves by Pacheco after dropping it there. Now in a 2-minute offense, just got to keep the ball going. Can't take any breaks here.
3rd and 3 on the 30. This, the deciding moment for these Panthers. Pacheco rolls back, lobs it up. Just can't get his hand on it. Flag will be thrown. 2 flags. And we'll need to see this one, Daniel. This could be pass interference against Manzano.
See if they call any contact here.
A bit of a scuffle, we'll have to see.
Pass interference. Defense, number 5. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Mike Akinbisola, excuse me, picking up that one. The secondary for this HSU side so far has had a relatively good game. Not too much through the air has gotten by them. It'll be 2 receivers on the left, Zimmerman on the right. Latu to the left of Pacheco. Here we go. Pocket collapsing, around 1, around 2. Gets inside, is dragged out of bounds. That'll stop the clock.
Well, good little revival of the offense here late, helped out by that DPI. See if Chapman can get a late score here with under a minute to go. But Pacheco in the offense is moving the ball pretty well, and it's been carried by Tyler Pacheco, running it on the ground. He's also been able to get a couple passes in there as well.
2nd and 6 on the 11. They'll check sideline. Here we go. 2nd and 6. Pacheco goes deep. Zimmerman with the one-handed grab. Hello, Superman. Cade Zimmerman with the glimmer of hope. Moss is the defender on that one for the late touchdown.
My, oh my, Cade Zimmerman, look at this. Right over the HSU defender. That was Colin Hill defending, and Cade Zimmerman, man, he showed him.
Here we go. Nichols, extra point, up and away. So now the Panthers within a touchdown of tying it. And they're going to have to go for the onside, Daniel.
Absolutely, but what a revival here, dude. They were down heavy in this second half, and now within 7 points, they could potentially try to tie this game here with under a minute to go, but it's going to all rely on this onside kick. Hardin-Simmons had a big 20-point third quarter, put up 27 in the half overall. But Chapman's been able to keep up, putting up 20 themselves here in the second half. Chapman at one point trailed by 15, 31 to 16.
Carson Nichols to kick. Historically speaking, across all NCAA divisions, 23.8% of the time, onside kicks work.
Timeout. Hardin-Simmons.
Timeout
Their third and final of the
HSU.
half.
They'll try to ice him, and Daniel, roller coaster of emotions throughout this game.
Well, 59 minutes of football comes down to right here. 53 seconds to go. One onside kick will decide whether or not HSU is going to seal the victory, or if Chapman gets one last chance to potentially get one of the biggest upsets in school history. But still a lot of time left. We'll see if HSU is able to recover. But as you said, Lucas, the odds right now stacked up against Chapman, success rate of onside kicks, fairly low.
No doubt. And here comes the onside kick. Carson Nichols picks it up, and he'll go down. And that, Wes Douglas, the receiver, has a touchdown in this game and is able to hold on to the onside.
Yeah, Wes Douglas, he scored that last touchdown for HSU here in the fourth quarter. And now he comes up big, recovering the onside kick. So what a quarter for him. I'm sure he's feeling good after this one. Is HSU probably going to come out and just kneel it and run the clock down.
No doubt, Daniel. Appear to be running it a few more times. Chapman still with 2 timeouts. They run it. Henry gets a pickup of a few. And timeout called.
Timeout. Chapman. Their second of the half.
Timeout, Chapman. And now, Daniel, the Chapman Panthers needing to come up with something incredible if they're going to want to tie the game up in the final 48 seconds of action. What can they do?
Well, all they can really hope for is just a mental error by HSU, potentially dropping the ball on the snap, fumbling it somehow. But we'll see. I don't think it's very likely. HSU has been very good at handing the ball off and ticking down the clock. So we'll see what happens, but I think this one might be wraps for HSU. 48 seconds left as Henry's out in the backfield.
And here we go, 2 and 6 from the 48-yard line. Snapped. He'll get it, still going, running with it. Chapman will call another timeout, their final third.
Timeout. Chapman, their third and final of the half.
Third and final of the half, Daniel.
Well, Henry there just trying to stay in bounds, make Chapman use their final timeout, and that's going to be the same goal on this play for them because Chapman now cannot stop the clock. So with 42 seconds left, Chapman might be able to get the ball back, but Hardin-Simmons just going to run that clock down as much as they can before giving it back to Chapman. Keep in mind though, this Chapman special teams has woke up here in the second half. So anything's possible. Never say never until the clock strikes 0.
Grit is the slogan for this Chapman team. And if they're going to want to get a takeaway in this final quarter of action, they're going to need to be gritty. And they'll sign up victory formation. He'll just waste the clock out. And with that play, that will be the final action in this home opener. It's been 27 years since HSU and the Panthers last met up, and they'll continue their streak of 3 wins against the Panthers. This time away from home, Chapman 30, Hardin-Simmons 37. And what a game, Daniel. The fireworks going on behind us from Disneyland. And HSU ended this game successfully with the win away from home. What a game, Daniel.
Absolutely, Lucas. That HSU offense in the second half came alive. Noah Garcia on the ground, Henry through the ground as well. Both of them really showed it to the Chapman defense. And that offense was that 42 points per game, 2024 offense in the second half that we were expecting throughout this whole game. The Chapman defense, give them credit where credit is due. They really held them in the first half, only to 10 points. And then in that second half, HSU just kind of ran away with it. But Chapman themselves fell a little bit there early in the second half, able to catch back up and made it a close game here in the second half. So overall, really exciting for us to watch, and I had a lot of fun watching it with you, Lucas.
Yeah, well, no doubt, Daniel. It was an electric game, back and forth. At the half, it was all tied up at 10, but in the second half of the game, the fireworks came out, including that Tate Zimmerman catch late in the game. Although a consolation touchdown didn't affect the outcome too much, but still, what a grab, Daniel.
Yeah, Tate Zimmerman really had a couple of great catches there, excluding that touchdown that you just mentioned. Really athletic player. I hope in the future for this 2025 Chapman team that they're able to get him the ball a little bit more, because he has a lot of talent, and we saw a couple flashes here today. He can help them win a lot of football games this year.
Yeah, well, no doubt. As we throw it down to take a look at some of the post-game stats, HSU dominated on offense. The scoreboard might only say 7-point margin, but in first downs, rushing yards, and receiving yards, it was a beatdown, Daniel.
Absolutely, and you can see the question mark for the Chapman Panthers this season is how they're going to fix their passing game. Only 82 yards of offense through the air, and you can see HSU really dominate with 239, and on top of their 300-plus yards rushing on the ground. That was a really tough game. I can't believe that Chapman only held within 7 points to finish it off. What a game by them. And what a game by Hardin-Simmons there. Great game offensively.
Yeah, well, no doubt about that, Daniel. It was an extremely close game. Offensively, it was amazing. And as we take a look at some of the game highlights, there were so many fireworks, you can't pick a moment. And specifically, Chris Sims for this HSU side was absolutely electric, but you can't write off the Chapman Panthers. Front flip touchdown by Pacheco. That has to be the touchdown of the week for NCAA Division III football.
You would think, Lucas, and not to mention, not only did the rushing offenses for both of these teams really wake up in the second half, but the special teams as well with that blocked point after attempt. Here's Noah Garcia taking off with it, starting off the second half. And this was the moment when HSU really started to run away with this game. And Chapman nearly able to come back there at the end, but overall, HSU had it from this touchdown going forward.
And Casey Shine, although he didn't get the win in his home opener, you have to give him credit against a nationally ranked side. And not only that, but top 10, 6th in the nation, only lost by 7 points. So a great display of grit from these Chapman Panthers.
Yeah, and this is Casey Shine's head coaching debut. He can't be too ashamed of that one. And here's that crazy special teams defensive touchdown that we saw on the blocked punt. And then recovered by HSU, fumble again, touchdown for the Chapman Panthers. And here's that Zimmerman, incredible catch. You can't do it much better than that. I haven't seen a catch like that in a while, Lucas.
Well, no doubt about that, Daniel. That may be Tate Zimmerman's dream touchdown. Excellent from him. And you have to give a lot of credit to the defense as well. They played extremely well.
Yeah, and that HSU defense, especially against the pass, only allowing 82 yards, that was a super killer for the Panthers, but still able to put up 30 points. Really good game by them overall against the number 6 team in the nation.
Yeah, no doubt. Jacob Gowdy started off the offense, but now we'll go down to the sideline for Ainsley Savant, who has another MVP highlight interview with us. Ainsley, take it away.
Thank you so much, Lucas and Daniel. I'm here with number 7, Chris Sims. You had a fantastic game, 1 touchdown and 4 receives. Talk us through that touchdown. What was going through your head in that moment?
We've been practicing it all week. It's the preparation, you know. I owe it all to those guys up front. I owe it all to 12. I just did my job. That's it.
Awesome. And so how did you motivate your team to stay locked into the game and continue this win streak?
I think it was simple as like when halftime hit, it was a, I think, tie ball game or something, and I was first in there, and I gave everybody handshakes telling them this isn't over. We knew it was going to be a dogfight. We knew we had to do what we had to do to win the game, and so we knew it was going to be a dogfight, but that's what we want.
Awesome. Well, you are our MVP of the game. Congratulations. Enjoy celebrating the rest of your night, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, all right. Back to you guys up in the booth. Yeah, here we go.
Thank you so much, Ainsley Savant, for that great piece of insight. Chris Sims, what a player, but we'll say so long from Wilson Field. Lucas Pan, accompanied by Daniel Kaufman, and this has been a presentation of Chapman Football's Chapman Panthers 30, HSU 37. So long.